How it do, how it be. I wasn't ready. How it do, how it be, how it is, everybody. Welcome in and welcome back. We're jumping back into Bayonet this fine day. I'm so excited. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be scary. I'm gonna piss myself. I'm kidding. I'm SirFeffers, Humble Dungeon Master of the Longshot table, and I'm very, very, very hyped to be jumping back into this. I have with me these phenomenal creators, and it is my honor and privilege to introduce you to them today and harrow them with horror and a few giggles and gaffs along the way. If you are interested in getting a little tighter with the community, feel free to head over to the Discord. We have bingo, we have memes, a phenomenal group over there. We have 3 weekly streamed campaigns. Next season there will be 4. I'm so hyped. And if you want to get caught up on any of those campaigns, you can head over to the YouTube. It's called Longshot. Do please subscribe over there. We are able to get our ad revenue now, and of course, if you're feeling froggy, you are able to use redeems and bits and the like for various things in game here in the campaigns. I got a Patreon, and we're actually starting a podcast, talking about how I kind of process things and prepare for campaigns. And I actually we don't just talk about it, we actually do the prep. And so there's spoilers as I prep and bounce things off of my roommate Jared, who is a phenomenal creator as well. Well, he's not a creator, phenomenal individual as well, who is on the Windfall campaign. I'm a little all over the place. I don't think I missed anything though. So that said, let's go over to Drakoniques. Drakoniques, tell me a bit about yourself and what the character's been up to.
I am Drak, or Drakoniques. You can find me on all socials at Drakoniques. That's Drakoniques. I do teach RPG stuff all over the place. Honestly, following me on socials to figure out what I'm doing at any given moment is probably the best way to figure out what I'm doing at any given moment. You can add a .itch.io to that if you want to find me on Blue Sky. But today I'm playing Azalea, the Shadow Kai Paladin Warlock, and one of the members, and I think, in my opinion, even though I haven't built out any of the other NPCs, probably the most achieving a member of the Held Breath at the moment.
Right on back.
I'll throw it over to Andy.
No, yeah, talk your shit. You're killing it. Hey everybody, I'm Andy, also known as ValveMax010 on most other socials. I'm mainly over on TikTok. I haven't uploaded in a while, I apologize for that, but I do little goofs, gags, memes of D&D and the like. And I am returning to play Pierce Ashwalker, the Blood Hunter / Rogue today, who has a Poochie now.
Yep.
Yeah.
He has a dog. And also, I realized, like, at the end of the last session, after we talked about it, in character, he seemed very perturbed. Andy is very happy about the fact that we have a dog. It's great. So Pierce is going to take a little while to warm up to him. But that may happen depending on the sequence of events. Other than that, you can find me as Brash Briggs on Our Flag Means Doom, pirate themed campaign over on Mr. Dandy DM's channel, and episode 1 of Star Progeny, the Lancer campaign, where I play Zacchaeus P. Dunbar, is out on Saturday morning Spell Kids. You should go watch that after you watch this. And I love you very much, and I will toss it to Metro!
I'm Puff! I'm Metro Mike and Metro Michael on Twitch, Metro Mike on TikTok and Instagram and YouTube. I do special effects makeup and cosplays and design original characters on TikTok and YouTube. And then Twitch is I pretty much play video games, RPGs, horror games, and survival games. And I VTube and teach people how to VTube. That's what I was doing this week, was teaching people like the ins and outs of the software that takes for VTubing, as well as like cost-effective ways to design a VTube avatar without having to break the bank, because they can get expensive. On to Fav.
All right. First and foremost, Taff, Valerie, thank you so much for the gifted. You are putting food in my belly and gas in my tank. It means the world to me. Helps this whole thing keep going. That is like y'all are the best. Thank you so much. All right. Bitter Hall, an opera house within the city of Rillis that is a known Well, the party is discovered to be this secret hub for Tyrant Lord Uzak. One of the two tyrants that runs this city. Uzak is in charge of the defenses and the martial forces within the city, whereas Tyrant Lord Werst is a bit more political. The party has discovered that many survivors of the slaughter that was at the beginning of the campaign when they came to this land are being rounded up and put into the bitter hall. Well, we can't have that, especially if there's people there that we know, friends and allies and the like. They've discovered that they're being fed to a gibbering mouther. If you know anything about that, it's quite disturbing. There's also a teleportation circle within this establishment where we discovered the individual, one of the people working there accidentally got it wrong and got yoinked by this fan creature that was the same kind of pinkish purple as the Piddle Pops. And then we eventually found this fox-like, wolf-like creature that then bound itself to Pierce. From within the pinkish purple stains of where Pierce lost his arm. It's a bit convoluted, but that's okay. The party is handling it with grace. What did I miss? Nothing. We're just getting started. Okay. Is everybody ready?
Yeah.
Excellent. It's raining again on this dreary day. And within this massive city of multiple layers, what that looks like is just trickles of water down the sides of the buildings and moving throughout the space. Right out the gate, gang. Roll me a D100.
Oh, no.
Son of a bitch.
Oh, wait, these
This
aren't
is not necessarily for the immediate. This is
I don't want
for
to talk about it.
some things that will go
I don't
on
wanna.
tonight.
I rolled great. I rolled a 15.
15? Uh-oh. We got two people not eager to share.
It was a 99.
Never mind.
Oh.
I don't feel guilty anymore.
What'd you get, Andy?
87.
That's the highest I've ever rolled on a D100.
That's almost as high as you can roll. Also, apologies for the loudness, gang. That was a lot of fear that just shot out of my body.
I don't think we heard it. I think it just clipped through the mic.
It
Oh,
did.
thank goodness for Gate, I guess.
Okay. The party has gotten a long rest. That's an important thing I need to get out of the way before I forget.
I don't like the foreshadowing.
I'll click that, I guess.
I already have full health and everything. And it's,
Tucked away in a nondescript part of the city, the party is getting ready to head off to this safe house of the Held Breath to meet up with some allies, and from there either storming the place directly or biding their time for some tickets to a show. It comes down to how urgent, is the situation. So here we find ourselves, the party, moving through the city streets. Pierce.
Yeah.
As the party is moving along, there's a sudden hit of pain on the back of your head. And obviously, because of the situation and the context, there's an immediate worry that you're under attack or something like that. And you turn and you look, and in this massive city that is yonks old, is very, very old, and all of the stone and buildings generally are somewhat protected by arcane forces, you're a little unnerved to see a brick that has seemingly fallen from the floor above and has come loose and dislodged and managed to clap you right in the back of the head. Ow.
Ah.
You take a
okay?
point of damage.
Oh.
You okay?
Yeah, I will be. This just old. Everything's old. Fell on me.
Yeah. This far out, not many of these houses are used, and not many are really maintained.
I guess watch your step, everybody. I mean, fuck. And I'll just kind of continue walking on, rubbing the goose egg that's developing on the back of my noggin.
Any preparations as we head towards this safe house?
As-
Oh, go on.
Oh no, you go ahead, Tim. Mine's not going to be anything special.
Well, neither's mine. I was just gonna say, I activate celerity again,
Okay.
boost my dexterity by 3. Limbs elongate.
It's been a bit since I've asked for Owen Oed's help, so I think I reach out a hand, and again in Abyssal, just speak to Owen Oed. Puff would understand this, and it's just a simple request of Owen Oed, guide my hand. And as he says that, you can see there's kind of almost a crack seems to form just beneath him, and a double scimitar almost pushes itself out of the ground as Owen Oed grants him a weapon.
An additional effect is had. This is unprecedented. You have the haste effect on you as you pray to the demiplane that is your home.
Puff's just gonna be like flip his little gauntlets on and just be like, or I guess they're huge because considering the creature that had them before is just like Monster Hunter size comparison, like just giant gauntlets, goes ding ding, and I'm gonna use patient defense, or focused patient defense. No, wait, no, it's where is it? Heightened patient defense, which gives me 2d8 temp HP.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Bill. Moving through the space. You arrive. It's the 3rd story up. The bottom floor looks to be maybe a counting house of some kind, maybe a bank of some kind. You're not quite sure. But you can see a few strong men standing outside, just kind of, making sure to protect the business. Azalea, you do recognize one of them. This large dragonborn. You've worked with him once or twice. He's usually the type to... he specializes in relocating family of the held breath when there might be some names given or something like that. There might be some risk. He's known for tucking people away and hiding people as need be. They don't see you.
Do I know his name?
You would know his name. His name is Ilan.
It's he, him, right?
Yep, and he is a rogue. Kind of
Alia, he's real pretty.
I think you should tell him that yourself.
You're real pretty.
Thank you.
I see a lot of many dragon folk where I'm from.
Here. And he's gonna turn and hand you a little dragon scale.
Just like big, giant doll eyes.
My God, you're fluffy.
puts it in his bag. Thank you.
Well, Mr. Azalea, it's been some time.
It has been a while, honestly. I'm glad you're one of the people that was sent for this particular job. Gonna need your muscle.
Well, don't get too excited. Callahan's here. And he's gonna head on inside. Callahan is a dwarf paladin that you don't have the greatest track record with. I'll let you kind of decide what kind of bumps the two of you have had along the way. But there is an immediate like, oh.
What's the Dragonborn's name?
Illin, Illin. Dragonborn rogue.
And Paladin is
Callahan Gidry.
Is it he, him, for Callahan as well?
Let's go he, they. Stepping into the counting house. It looks like there are no customers at this time, and as you step in, Illin flips the sign to closed, and starts moving to the back before whispering to one of the people behind those kind of cages that you have in the tellers. The teller is this one-eyed halfling who kind of gives the party a once over, and then to your surprise, he like lifts up the eye patch. This kind of nice, kind of an ornate eye patch, but he lifts it up and there's this milky white and golden eye that kind of gives you an up, down. Each one of you kind of just checking your vibes, and then his eyes, his good eye lingers on Pierce. I don't know that one. I can't get his vibe.
Good vibe.
Illin turns towards Azalea with a questioning eyebrow.
They're both safe. They're both new, albeit, but they're both members of the Held Breath now.
If Azalea accounts for them, that's good enough for me. And if it's good enough for me, it's good enough for you, Kyle. All right. She can't be too careful. And he's gonna... And as the gate opens up and the party moves into the back area, you can see a safe in the back room and a couple of... there's actually a couple of safes. And then a back room where there's a bunch of those like individual small safes, you know? And you watch Illin go through there, pull out a key, open up one of those, pulls and reach all the way in down to his shoulder, and you hear him go, I can't, every time you think for a rogue I'd be better. There we go. And he pulls his arm out as a rope ladder kind of comes down from on high as a trapdoor is opened, and he kind of gestures to the party to go on up.
I'll lead the way.
Okay. Oops. Okay. Make sure my volume levels are correct. Okay. It's a chute. So you skip the second floor and go right up to the third. As the party makes their way up here, things get a lot less ornate, but a bit more comfy. You can see various hammocks that are folded up and not being used, and one or two kind of beanbag-esque chairs off in one corner. You can see that there's no windows in here. LED walls kind of built into the brick around, and various sigils carved into the floor all about. You can see Callahan the dwarf there, who is reading from a book with a high and mighty expression, and one other human that none of you recognize, who seems very, very serious and quiet. Very steady gaze as he looks up from the rapier. He's kind of fussing over and sharpening, and he kind of looks up and meets everyone's gaze, and then looks to Illin, and then goes back to sharpening his sword.
Callahan.
Azalea.
Lets out
be one of
an
the
audible laugh when he speaks.
Pierce turns to face his shoulder, brings his scarf up to cough and cover his laugh.
I should have known this harebrained scheme would be yours. He closes his book. We're all going to die, surely, but it will be glorious. Stands up in the chink of plate armor, rustles as he gets up, and he's a dwarf, so he doesn't get that much higher up. So he's just kind of, but straight backed and proud.
Puff looks at Azalea, just, I hate him.
He's good at his job.
Hate is an
don't hate
excellent
anyone,
motivator.
no.
It is written.
Hate's a strong word. Dislike.
Dislike leads to less motivated
I'm
action.
having a weird week.
Yeah?
I don't want to talk about it. Not with you. Anyway.
If you ever feel the need to confess anything, I will absolve you of your sins.
Getting more to a loathe at this point. I'm gonna go stand over in the corner.
What god
I'll
do you
turn
worship?
to the-
I worship them all. And he hands you his book. Do be careful with this.
I don't take it. I just kind of go lame, and then I walk over with Puff.
He is lame.
Like, it does not take very long at all for Puff and Pierce to like pick up on what Azalea does not like about this person.
Would I... I'm sorry. My family has been with the held breath since its beginning, since its birth. We have a vested interest in keeping all of the lost religions alive, that we might return them one day to the people.
Huh? And like I'm
No
completely on
one
the other side of
asked.
the room. Yeah, we're on the other side of the room, like looking at our gear. Like we're
Yeah, he, like,
faced
says
away
this
from
and then-
him.
Well, he's gonna go back to his
Did you
book.
say something like?
Yeah.
I'll turn to the human. I think you're the only person I don't know here.
Well met. I am Tone.
I'm Azalea.
And this, and he holds up a ornate, heavy crossbow. This is Roxy.
Tone and Roxy. Noted. Azalea. I suppose, and I'll gesture to my animated sword in its sheath, Wowen's Edge.
He smiles a little bit. This kind of very serious, kind of blank face guy, kind of. Yeah, there's an immediate understanding between the two of you, at least on his side.
Hell yeah, dude.
I will be coordinating the efforts on the outside of the location to ensure that no one, if backup is called for, no one within the immediate vicinity will be able to interfere.
Sounds good.
I've been spending the time staking out the Bitter Hall, and I have already gotten a few perches in order.
Perfect. It's going to be good, actually. Everyone, I think we should discuss the game plan.
Yes!
Fine. Just make sure that guy doesn't talk again.
I can't stop him from talking as much as I've tried.
If I didn't have to be here.
Puff immediately
leave.
permanently removes Callahan from his ear cuff.
You can
Don't-
do that?
That
Now,
was
I can dismiss anybody's speech from that ear cuff
so
as I see
amazing.
which.
I do not hear you.
just permanently. Well, no, because I still hear him, but his text doesn't show. So I'm just like permanently banned from chat.
Muted.
Just got him muted.
Yo, that's
You
crazy.
you see notifications, but they don't crop into your notifications.
I'm gonna put you on silence.
Is it
Literally.
tone or tome?
Tone. Tone.
Tone. Okay, and he, him as well?
You don't know.
I don't know. Okay. And Roxanne for their crossbow?
Roxy.
Yeah, Roxy.
It's her legal name.
Legal, full government name is Roxanne, but her friends call her Roxy.
I will be giving you the assistance, however, of mine Drake.
That would be. Oh, wait, say that again.
Mind?
Mine,
Oh.
my Drake. Mine Drake.
Oh, Drake. Okay. I thought I had mind link, and I was like, I'm good.
You're
have
like,
that already.
redundant.
Okay. Human.
If you communicate with the Drake, I will hear you if I am needed inside. He then tells you all of the spells he has access to. Tone has access to Jump, Long Strider, Speak with Animals, Absorb Elements, Air Bubble, which is always fun, Pass Without Trace, Silence, and Wind Wall. To that point, Callahan has Ceremony, Command, various smites, Find Steed, Zone of Truth, Counterspell, Command, and Revivify. Ilan, just to kind of do the rundown, as it were, is a rogue and does not have spells. Ilan is like a wiry, like very bony, thin, kind of gunmetal gray dragonborn. Insight checks all around on Ilan.
But I like him.
Oh, I don't got good insight. It would have been higher. Oh, yeah, 19.
That's it. 21.
There's a slight squinting and tension in his eyes at the mention of Tone's Drake, but he doesn't say anything to the matter.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't notice anything.
I know what that's about.
It's fine.
Definitely isn't, but it's, I guess we're moving on. It's fine.
I will pull out a yeah. Can I do this actually? Hold on. Let me see. I will pull out a book. In fact, I'll reach a hand out, and my book of shadows will appear, kind of peeling off, almost borrowing slices of other people's shadows to form into a solid piece in my hand. And I'll open up the pages to a blank page, and I would like to draw a rough map of what I saw through my spider's eyes while we're looking through the bit of horn.
Okay.
Good thinking.
Tone steps up and studies it. A teleportation circle.
Yes, I had it interfered with the intention of just breaking it, to at the very least give us some time for whatever that thing is used for. I can only imagine it's to teleport to that room if anything goes wrong. But then one of the guards showed up and tried to fix it, and I think from what Pierce told me, changed it, caused it to become a portal to some fey creature, rather than the initial fiend that it was initially meant to teleport to or teleport here.
Interesting. That should be our first objective. That's the only other mana that they might bring back up.
I can get us there fairly easily. I have several ways. Well, one way to get us there and down to the place where the captives are being held, I'll circle the door to that room. If I'm within 200 feet of that door, I can create a portal to that door and to this door, and I'll circle the trap door that leads downwards.
Ilan slaps you on the back a little too hard, and he goes, "See, this will be a piece of cake."
Yeah, getting
like
in
cake.
shouldn't be too much an issue. Oh,
I was just saying I like cake. You go
I
ahead,
also like
Azalea.
cake.
We'll get cake later. Sorry,
It's a date.
Azalea. You go ahead.
we'll get cake later. If we're going to deal with the teleportation circle first, I can definitely teleport us there, and then once we deal with that, maybe entirely scrape it off. That'd be ideal. I can create another portal down to the basement. I can't go very far, only to the first trapdoor I went through, because beyond that is some kind of anti-magic field. I don't think my portal would open in there.
It's a classic smash and grab. Speed will be our key. We must be in and out as quickly as possible.
That being said, we don't know how many people are going to be saving and getting out of there. There's probably going to be quite a few, which is why we're going to have to at the very least get everyone out of that anti-magic field, so I can teleport everyone out of Bitter Hall itself after that. Because of that, if we do end up in a fight, I won't be spending many spells. I'm gonna say spell slots. Spell slots. I don't think spell slots are a thing in WoD. It's weird for it.
Just say spells, you know.
Yeah.
I won't
don't
be
wanna
burning
cast
much
too many
mana.
spells.
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
be burning much mana.
My magical prowess.
I need to save as much as I can for the teleportations, which we're already doing 2 up at the top of the entrance of this prison, which won't leave much room for more after that. So I'll be trusting my battle instincts, but I'm going to also be looking to you all to be trusting yours as well. I don't know how far this anti-magic field goes, so we might end up having to rely on just our swords and shields for quite a while.
Easy enough. What matters is that we get them and get out before Uzak can show up. Because I'd like to think that he would if he could. If there's a way we can go without detection and get to that teleportation circle, I doubt we'll be able to be subtle any time past that.
I found a spot that we can see our vision, and I can cast my spell to get us in there, and we could be quick about carving out this magic circle. And like you said, beyond that, I think subtlety and secrecy is out the window.
Are you gonna have increased security, considering you messed with their sigil before? Is that something that they would have raised alarm to?
There are quite a few soldiers in there.
Yeah, I imagine they will. There's no evidence that it was anyone going against them. I sent in a spider, and it wasn't spotted by anyone, and the person who did mess it up was promptly taken by whatever creature was on the other side. So, at the very least, I think they might have more competent guards, less than just being on alert. Just guards that won't mess with their things.
And then, if we're even lucky, they might not even realize that the circle has changed.
That would be ideal.
Barlock, he's not really. I mean, are we gonna be honest? Come on, guys. Come on.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's unlikely,
yeah.
but
Yeah.
Ilan like does a gesture to ward off bad luck. You see, he takes out a little bit of some dried leaf of some kind and crumble it in his fingers, and then tosses it over his shoulder.
I like the optimism, though. I'm rubbing off on you, beard.
Okay, so where are we?
that's all I have. Because we don't have much of the layout beneath the anti-magic sphere, I don't know what we're going to be up against down there, other than the gibbering mouther.
What's a gibbering mouther?
Well, it's a ghoul-like individual.
I didn't ask
with...
you. Nobody asked you.
Hey, it's okay. Just calm down. But to answer your question, a gibbering mouther is, well, it's not pleasant. It's sort of an ooze, sort of not. It's got a whole bunch of mouths on it. And, doesn't make the most pleasant noise, so
Thank you.
you're gonna want to watch out.
Pierce. As I look at
I think Pierce at that, he's gonna put like a genuine hand on Puff's shoulder, but you okay? Are you all right? Are you having a time?
been a long 2 days.
Yeah, I get it. It's almost over.
Zero does not say anything to that. Does anyone have any amendments they think we should make to this plan? Any further thoughts, feelings, feedback?
I'm still kind of like wanted.
Yes.
Tone kind of looks up. I didn't know this.
What are we doing about that?
They're wearing the ring right now. They're safe, but without the ring, they are essentially a beacon to be hunted by the Share. For one, I'll be honest, wouldn't worry about them too much. They've splintered since we killed their leader. But it seems to also have caught the attention of one of the tyrants, Tyrant Uzok.
It might be best if we skipped town for a bit after this. So the heat can die down and we can be a bit forgotten.
I think that sounds like a plan.
There's plenty of work to be done elsewhere if need be.
But beyond that, with the ring, you should be in a safe path.
Okay. As long as we're stealthy and nobody near before we teleport in, because obviously once we teleport in, we're all wanted at that.
Oh my god, you're the pale comet, aren't you?
No, I'm Puff. What?
Were you the one that led the city watch all across town at the speed of sound? That was you, wasn't it?
I was
Rolling
jumping a lot of roofs. It was fun. It was good.
Well,
I didn't know I had a nickname. That's
the pale.
Cheers.
They call you the pale comet.
I'm like a wanted bunny. Stop. I go for a high five.
More than one way.
I go
I
for a high
don't know if
five.
that's something to be
You
proud
get one.
of in this line of business.
I'm sorry.
No.
Do you have a nickname?
Pompous.
I don't need one. None of us
Sounds
do.
like you don't.
We're a secret society, not some
Pompous
vigilante.
the Paladin.
I'm sorry. You're a little right. I think we're treating this a little less seriously than we should. It's only like Azalea's been doing a lot of the legwork lately. But, whatever. It's okay. We'll just hammer this job out, get out of town, lay low.
See if I don't react to this. Okay, I rolled a dirty 20. Yeah, I keep a straight face as this is being said.
He is right. Azalea has been quite effective these past, well, more so than ever. Isaac is quite proud of you, you know. This seems
Thank
to
you.
get under Callahan's skin the most.
He said as much when he gifted me his sword as I gently tap the sword at my side. I'm just glad I'm able to do the hard breath justice.
That's all that truly matters is the cause. All decisions made should be bettering said cause. And it sounds like we have our work cut out, so let's be about it, shall we?
We shall. I think we should get moving closer towards. I have a question actually. What do we call night? Is it just nighttime? Is there a name for it?
Yeah, it's nighttime. Good. It's a fair question.
Yeah.
The time where all the werelives take a nap.
Yeah, that's what I was like. Is there there's a different name for when the weird lights go Betty by?
They turn into wax lights.
When lights.
I think we should, as much as I would want to start moving now, I think we should get moving closer to night when we have a bit more shadows to be within when moving around. Won't matter too much when we're inside Bitter Horn, but if we can make the going in as easy as possible, that is ideal.
Well then, that's my cue. It's, as Tone stands up, before you start, come find me and I will cast a spell on you all to make you a bit more stealthy. Until then, he summons his drake and this kind of dog-coated dragon, wingless, four-legged, quite large. I would say it's maybe the size of a table. Kind of steps out. No, boy, look at me. This is Azalea. Azalea, come put your hand on him.
Okay.
You will listen to Azalea and his cohorts. You will be my eyes, okay? Now, good boy. Gives him a little, gives him the good scratches.
Pierce, is
Does the Drake
magic
have a name?
ever normal?
Do what?
His like cup just looks at Pierce. Is magic ever normal? What?
Not really. That's the whole point. I don't know much about it, but that's been my takeaway.
I am a Drake Warden.
I'm Puff.
How long did it take to train that thing?
Sometime. Mostly it was recovering it. There's a clutch of drakes to the south of here by the coast. It was a matter of taking the egg and getting away with our lives.
You got any tips? Not for stealing an egg, but you know.
Dealing with the Draconic? Looks at Aelin.
Like kind of no.
They like
no,
chin scratches.
no.
Aelin, are you good? Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Is there like some history here that maybe we should
Don't
put on pause?
mind
Or
our friend here. It's not me or my Drake that he has issue with. It's dragons in general, I think. We can talk about this another time.
yeah, no problem.
I apologize, Azalea. You had a question.
This is above tape. I'll take.
Oh,
the
okay.
question. I was asking, does Drake have a name?
Duke.
Dude.
Good name.
The urge to call him Andy was so strong, but I repressed it.
I would have gone crazy in like the best way. Like I would have been so excited.
We gotta use it at a better time.
Say, Feffers, what's the name of that large steaming pile of crap monster that's sitting in the middle of the toilet.
Jeff.
No, honey, no.
Self-deprecating.
You think you can self-deprecate? You fool! Don't worry, guys. My self-esteem is through the roof. Probably a little too high.
Also, sorry, Drac, didn't mean to take a turn into potty humor there.
You're good. Wait.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I promise. It's very amusing to me how often you all apologize, to me specifically, as if I haven't said worse with many of my friends. You're truly good.
Just come
Like,
off
if you
as
really want my
so
if
like
you want my-
reserved and refined. You know what I mean? It's the accent. I think.
Okay. I tell this story often, but after One Division, this is a fully varying of course.
No, I'm here for it.
After One Division, after the iconic line is of what is grief, if not love ever persevering. I was hanging out with a friend who was streaming like some ghost game, and I tweeted because it just came to my mind. I was like, "This is hilarious. I need to tweet this." Is what is ectoplasm if not ghost come persevering? And that was hilarious to me. That was so funny to me. And then the next day I was invited to a panel. I was invited to a TTRPG panel talking about like decolonizing TTRPGs. And I remember getting ready to talk to the panel, and then the host went up to me and was like, "You're Drac, right?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm Drac." And I was like, I saw your tweet last night. And I was like, oh.
You're welcome, and I'm sorry.
Cool. Well, I promise you my insight on decolonizing TTRPGs is valid, despite that tweet. Thank you for having me.
In a second, your life went from "yeah, I am" to
Who's that? I don't know. My account got hacked.
That was my alt account. You weren't supposed to see that.
My cousin hacked my account. It wasn't me. So I promise you, it will take a lot for you to say anything that would even remotely offend me or
Okay,
make me feel weird.
Well, if there's enough gallivanting done here, let us be off.
oh my god, shut up, Callahan. No, I'm kidding.
That wasn't Callahan. That was Dylan. You leave best boy alone. He gave me a scale.
No, Illin's cool.
Callahan talks like this, and Ellen talks like this, and Tone talks like this.
Needs a lodgant.
Locked in.
How much longer do we have until like nightfall?
Couple of hours.
All right.
Okay.
Pulls out a weird light. Couple of hours.
Got a couple hours. I am gonna. Okay. Is there a place, a secluded place I could talk with my crow?
I'm sure we could get to the halfling downstairs to lend you a safe.
How big are these safes?
There's a couple of big ones.
First the bag, now say.
This whole campaign is how many boxes, how many containers
Can we
can we
put
put this
in?
bunny in?
Yeah, that'll work. I'll be right back, guys.
You head on
Once
down,
I'm
and the halfling looks at you.
I need a safe, a big one, for me and my crow. Somewhere secluded.
Well, that's a first. All right, come with me. Hops down. Walks across. Don't look. As he puts in, he starts moving the combination lock.
I'm gonna be in there. Wouldn't I want to know the code?
Knock
All
when
right.
you're ready to leave.
And then I go to close the door. I'm like, is there? If I close this, I can still breathe, right? Ow. I hate this.
Hey!
Okay. Well, Gilbert, I need to talk to Shorn. This is never gonna get easy. And I just like.
The room blossoms into shadow.
Puff.
Hi, Sean.
Hi, Puff.
How you been?
I don't know. How have I been?
Good.
I've been good. How have you been?
I've been.
Good.
I gotta ask you some questions real quick. While I got the time.
You don't even
Are
see
you-
him right now.
At this point, I'm just like, because he's like, I've experienced so many outer body noises and voices. This is just slowly becoming the norm. Like, okay. Are you? I don't know if you'll be able to answer this. Are you or Gilbert like? Are you magic
Oh,
based
yes.
entities? Okay.
I would like to think so.
What would happen if Gilbert went into an anti-magic field?
I don't think it would be. Gilbert
Okay.
is not a creature. Gilbert is. Well. Gilbert is a familiar. A spirit of a kind.
He's
Gilbert
kinda like
does
a-
not feel pain.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. I've murdered
here you
him
go.
twice now.
And a bony hand reaches up from like behind you and like the side of your like past the side of your head. A skeletal hand appears and a baby Gilbert just rotund and just puff off.
His nuzzle his little beak and put him on my head. Gilbert. Adorable. Okay.
I don't understand why you think it's so cute.
Because he's a piece of you.
Oh, that is sweet, I think.
And I like you. You don't. I feel like we have a lot in common, Shorn, because I don't know a whole lot about what's going on. You don't. But we got like priorities.
A clueless flock who only knows to go north.
Yeah. I don't know if you can, but is there any way we're about to go on a really dangerous mission.
Will there be murder?
Possibly, and then hopefully not, because we're trying to save these people, and I don't want to inconvenience you, and I don't want to I don't want to weaponize you like previous people have. Is there a way that is there anything you could do to help aid our mission? That, because we're going to be sneaking in, and then it might get hairy, but we're trying to save some people. I'm more than happy to kill anybody in there. They're bad people. Is there any way that you know of that you could aid me and my friends in this mission? Because I can't bring Gilbert in there because there's the anti-magic field, and I don't want my only way to communicate with you to cease to exist.
Hands of my hands. Let me guide you.
Make a religion check at advantage. As the bony hands kind of slowly curl. They're much larger than your hands, and they kind of, when you go up to your pop and you like put your hand on his hand, and he kind of curls his fingers around. They kind of curls his fingers around the back of your hands and starts guiding you through a kind of ritual.
First one was a 4. The next one was an 18. He's lucky.
For a time, I will do my best. I cannot promise anything, but I will do my best to protect you from magical means.
You don't gotta promise me anything. Any help I appreciate.
I think if we were to remove the remnants of the shear.
This almost seems like a distracted side note.
I think it would allow me to change. I was created by the shear. Their worship molded me. And I think I would have more freedom if they were gone.
And then he's gone.
Puppy baby Gilbert. Hey, I need you. Can you? Do you have any other form, Gilbert? Oh wait, can you like? I can't ask you. You don't. You just repeat what I say. Sorry. I need you to
Peck.
not peck me. We've been over this. I know you're a new baby.
It looks
but it's
sheepish.
fine. Don't peck it. I need okay. We're gonna go back upstairs. Before we go on the mission, I need you to kind of just go into like the ether wherever you go, where you kind of like disappear. You know how you do that? How you just kind of disappear sometimes. I need you to get somewhere safe until I call for you. Not right now, but when we leave for this mission. It's a lot of words for this for you. I understand.
You get before you can get to not right now. It tries to and hits the wall and hits the floor.
Not right now. But like when I call for you, like, okay, we'll just go upstairs. I'll let you know when it's time to hide.
Yeah, I think like immediate commands work, but like trying to give it like a step by step is a little above its pay grade mentally.
Okay, well that was a bust, but it's fine. At least I got a little bit more understanding.
Stand.
Sit. We're going back upstairs, and then I knock on the door. And then I knock again. And then I just start banging.
All right. He opens the door. I was working.
Why did you close it?
It's policy.
Man, I hate it here. I'm going upstairs.
All right.
Just waddle upstairs, back up the rope.
Before you do, you're like halfway up the stairs. He goes, hang on. Take this. And he's going to pass you a coin purse.
What is this for?
You've got the right friends.
I don't know. Okay. I don't know what that means, but okay. Thank you. But what is happening?
There's 100 gold in that purse.
Jesus. I just walk up. And then when I get back up, I just find like I immediately beeline to Pierce. And I'm just like,
work.
I'm like, Pierce, Pierce.
What's up?
And then I take out 10 gold, and then I hand him the coin purse. And I go, here you go. For poisons. Some guy down there get gold. You can split that with Azalea. I only want 10 for bread and cake.
Where I'm from, we call that a tithe.
Nobody asked you, Callahan. Stop. Just stop. Go read a book. Pray to one of your gods. He's fine.
Hold on a second. Hold that thought, little buddy. Were you eavesdropping on us?
We're in the same room. It's not that big a room. You're not even whispering. Eavesdropping. Puh.
Shut up. Anyway,
I'll revive you last.
You revive him last, and I will send you to one of your many gods. He takes priority.
I can only wish.
You're a
listen,
weird dude.
Puff. This is a lot. Why were you given this?
I don't know. I was downstairs. I did a quick little on-off switch with Gilbert, and then I talked to Shorn, and he said he was going to help me protect me from magic, which is kind of dope. And he said we should kill the rest of the shear, and then maybe he could be a better entity. And I want to go do that after this. Sounds like a plan.
I know we're not on talking terms, but I'm most curious about what you are speaking of.
I'm gonna hit him, Pierce. I'm gonna hit him.
I'm just staring at Callahan.
Think you
just-
could?
Instantly, I'm right in front of his face. I level with him.
I was about to say,
Nobody can hold me
hearing him.
back. You don't
hearing him
understand,
say
Killian.
that.
I'm too fast and too slippery.
Okay, so
I'm
you
behind Puff, and
startle
I'm like,
him.
they call him the Pale Comic.
You startle him, and immediately this aura begins to emanate from him.
He's aura maxing. What is he going?
And then I just I take a breath and I'm like, I'm gonna go cool off.
Save it for the bad guys, bud.
As you do, Ellen says, "That is for you and your, sorry, that is for you and your company. It was directed by our betters."
Oh well. Thank you. I guess I'll tell Pierce about this.
You can thank
not Pierce.
Avarice when you see
That's
her.
Pierce. Yeah.
You can thank Avarice when you
wait.
see her.
Make sure we pay back Azalea.
No, that's what I'm gonna go do. Hey Azalea,
I think Azalea's been
you've been listening the whole time.
no, they've been deep in meditation,
Oh, okay.
thinking and I guess for speaking to Will Oed, but they will open one eye. Yes.
Hey, we got some money from your friend Avarice, 100 in total. I think this will come in handy. I would only need about 35. Puff only took 10. He just wants it for cake. So you can have the other 65? No, 55.
55. That sounds good to me. I think I gave most of what I had left to you, the two of you anyway.
Yeah.
So this would be nice to refill my pockets.
Yeah.
I'll take what's left over, split it.
I'm up to 37 woe and Owen bucks.
Wobucks.
I got 10.
Wobucks.
And
Wobucks.
cake seems to be cheap here, which is a lot of freaking cake.
Tone has left to go get the place ready, and he is kind of orchestrating a bunch of other held breath, lower level people who are ready to secure the perimeter when the time comes.
Pierce. Oh, wait, sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Pierce, do you think that your dog would want to play with this dog?
The Drake.
First of all, it's not mine. It's just in my arm. secondly, I don't want this thing out until I can, for lack of a better term, get a better leash on it. That's why I was kind of asking Ilan if he had any tips for training,
Oh,
so I
you've
can
got
make sure
a
this.
steed or a companion of some kind.
I wouldn't call it a steed, and I definitely wouldn't call it a companion. It's something that has taken a liking to me, and it's kind of too dangerous to let just wander around. The Held Breath would have known about it eventually, but we kind of got distracted with the whole job here.
He shrugs.
So, I can show you later. We don't need to slow things down for this.
You could use the safe. I used the safe.
I'm not gonna.
If it was gonna
I'm-
explode, man, that would be the safest place for it to explode.
With me in the safe with it.
And all of those valuables, says the rogue.
There were valuables in the safe?
We're in a bank, my good sir.
You were sitting on Scrooge McDuck levels of gold coins while you were talking to the god.
I don't. I did. Yeah, I had. Who is using this bank? It's in the middle of nowhere.
No, we're in the city. We're in the city proper.
Okay. I was like, because you said everything was falling apart on the way, so I thought this was just some abandoned
No,
bank.
that
And I'm
was
like,
happening in the city.
oh, okay. Oh, that's okay. Because I was just like, who is using an abandoned bank? Why is there just valuables?
I don't much care for that, but
Okay.
I
Well,
suppose
yeah,
we'll trace
definitely-
that thread later.
Yeah, scratch that plan. I probably shouldn't have done what I did inside that bank vault now that I know that there was things in that. It's fine. It was fine.
It's fine.
It's
Fine.
He's okay, Gilbert. All right. Well, I'm gonna eat some bread and then take a nap till you guys wake me up whenever you're ready.
All right, I'll work on my poisons. Make sure we've got some non-magic options for if things get sticky.
I very quickly after collecting my gold, I go back to meditating. I have a question, I suppose. Would we have time for a short rest before nightfall or not?
Yeah.
Okay. In that case, I am going, as I cross my legs, I'm going to sit on the ground, arms at my side, palms flat on my knees, and cast contact other plane. And by using the ability, so with being the warlock I am, contact other plane basically means to contact my patron. So I'm going to speak to Will and Oed and ask a few questions.
Okay.
As I sit down and close my eyes, I don't need to interrupt everyone else's rest. I think I keep this manifestation of speaking to Will and Oed to myself specifically. But for the viewers, we once again see the cracks kind of forming across the walls and floor and ceiling around Azalea, as if he's the center of some kind of crack. Silver kind of glowing out the cracks of it. But I think what's different is that as those cracks kind of etch across the planescape, you kind of almost hear, just off in the distance, the lilting sound of the lute that Azalea heard when Oed was teaching him the lute. And again, still in the distance, the drums as well. And I'm going to ask Will and Oed some questions. Be 5 questions I have to use. Is it 5? Yes, up to 5 questions. And it can only be one word answers. First question. Within the walls of Bitter Hall and beneath it, how many enemies are we going to go up against?
Could I get a little more volume from you, my friend?
Yeah. How's this? It's okay?
I think so,
A
yeah.
little bit more.
It's the volume level.
I'll
just
get
a
closer
little
as well.
low. Yeah, there
Yeah.
we go. That's the move. How many enemies? And you don't get a verbal response, but instead the memory of a response is now in your mind of a female voice. Only one that matters.
How far does the anti-magic field extend and encapsulate the entirety of the prison?
No.
With a slight relief, if you're watching Zelia, their shoulders relax just a little bit. Do you believe we have enough manpower to rescue those captive?
Maybe.
Was that 3?
Yeah, that was 3.
Those three.
Where is Tyrant Uzok right now?
Visiting his wife.
I might as well use this question for this just to really clarify that. Is his wife in Rillis right now?
No.
These are my 5 questions as the sound of the lute actually gets louder, so does the drums as the cracks reform,
Bum 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 bum.
go backwards right back into me as this place of origin. And then the moment the last of the fractures in the world disappears, so does the music. And they open their eyes.
You feel like you have the memory of a warm embrace. Maternal. Caring.
Have I felt that before? Is that a first? They open their eyes, but they kind of sit there for a moment with a puzzled look on their face. But that will be a thing they will figure out later. Right now, they don't have the time for it.
It's almost as if the responses happened, but you're not able to retain the immediate sensation of it, but you still have the
Yeah.
memories of it.
Remember, like it's almost a sense of deja vu or something like that.
Yeah, kinda.
Yeah. Okay.
Echoes.
I think my next thing, as I have finished casting that, I'll say this out loud. We'll have good news. It seems the anti-magic field does not encapsulate the entirety of the prison down below, so at the very least I'll be as useful as I can be. And you too, Callahan. I would then cast, so might as well, I would like to cast Clairvoyance. As I'm still seated, legs crossed on the ground. Actually, can I? Oh, I imagine we're further than 1 mile away from Bitterhorn, right?
Yeah, I think that's safe to say.
Yeah, further than that. Okay, in that case, never mind. I won't cast Clairvoyance. Not within range. Yeah, I think that'll be it. Once I have those locked in, I'll say it seems like Tyrant Uzok is currently visiting his wife. Where exactly that is, I'm not entirely sure, but at the very least, he's not in Rillis. So I think dealing with that teleportation circle might be a good call to stop them from potentially arriving when things inevitably become less quiet.
A question, Azalea.
Yes?
Do you worship Owen?
Or is this the closest word you can use to describe it? Yes?
That is
I think of what
commendable.
more of as a friendship. I help Wowen Oed and Wowen Oed helps me. Symbiotic.
Nods. Are we ready?
I am.
Yep. And I fucking take make sure like I adjust the goggles that are wrapped around my ear. I'm gonna, if things get hairy, I'm going to put these on. If you hear me screaming, it's because it hurts when I put these on.
Oh. Hey, should we be worried?
No, it's not gauntlet level pain. It's just like temporary pain for good. Just yeah. If I ever needed you to, it'll the pain outweighs the benefits that we would need. What we would be getting from these, and I kind of like, just like you gotta trust me because I used them in the tunnel, and I'm like, these are a lot more versatile than I expected because oh my god, it was like all the synapses in Puff's brain were firing.
I trust you, but just let us know if we need our help at any point.
I should be okay. Should be okay.
All right. Anything else we want to do in preparation?
Yeah, I have anything.
Okay. Time comes, the party sets off towards the Bitter Hall. We get within 1 mile of the location. Azalea, do you want to cast Clairvoyance now?
No.
Okay.
I think with that close, I might as well, I suppose. Can I move? Let me see if I can move the clairvoyance around. I think that's the key thing. Okay, if I can move it. I cannot. Okay, no, I won't cast clairvoyance. I'll cast creeping touch again. As I reach for my right hand again, you hear the porcelain cracking and snapping as I pull my hand off and morph it into a spider. And I'll send it into Bitter Hall the same way it did initially underneath, I think, Servant's entrance, and I want to have it crawl up the elevator shaft up into that room with the teleportation circle.
Okay. We'll get to all that after break.
Okay.
Chat will be right back. Fret not. Did you get up? Did you stretch? Did you take your meds if you need to? Did you drink water? Then let us begin. A couple of hours have passed and the party has moved into the area in the nicer society. The rain has abated somewhat. These busy, crowded streets. You head to the location and you can see across the street the designated spot where you're to meet Tone. As you guys move into that area, doing your best to kind of be nondescript, you meet up with Tone, who's giving a bit of instruction to some other members who have these kind of, veils pulled up around their nose and, kind of hoods up, and you can't really tell any of their identities. And Tone likewise also has kind of a kerchief up and kind of a hood up. And he's speaking to everyone, and then he
moves his hand, and they all move out, and he goes, "Excellent. Shall we begin?"
We shall.
And he pulls out some like goose feathers and pries a bit off and casts Pass Without Trace on the party.
Neat.
Let us begin.
I will lead everyone in the shadows as much as possible towards the parts of Bitter Hall. I think we were near the servants' entrance, so I will lead us towards that area to see if there's anyone around.
You do note quite a few martial individuals roaming the area. They don't seem to be on high alert, but it's definitely more than what you saw last time you were here. These individuals seem to be brutish, kind of, muscle heads kind of types, and you see as someone kind of moves past a little too close to the perimeter of the building, they get shoved by the larger individual. Keep moving. Shit stains. These are hardened brutes.
Doesn't seem like we were to get as close as we did last time, but let's dip into some shadows and alleyway. I think I can get some eyes in there regardless.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll dip into some dark alleyway.
Yeah.
That's not too far off.
Absolutely. Your hand that you sent in, once it passed a certain threshold, disappeared.
Interesting.
The anti-magic fields have been moved.
I would take 1d6 psychic damage then, as that ends. 2 damage, but I'm resistant to psychic damage, so 1 damage. I just feel a pang of a headache.
Are you good?
You see slowly, instead of the hand crawling back to reform, you see almost like a phantasmal hand appear first, and then almost like someone's piecing porcelain parts back together again over this phantasmal hand. Azalea's hand reforms. Seems like they've moved the anti-magic field, so I can't get my spider in there. I will. I can try to see if I can get us into that office again, but I can't guarantee that the anti-magic field hasn't extended to there as well. I never really got a gauge for how large it was, even when it was just below the trapdoor.
Gilbert, I need you to get scarce for a little while. Good.
Just a puff of black feathers.
Wherever you need to go, Azalea, you lead the way.
From where we're currently hidden to the door to the office, if we were to draw a straight line, like even through the air towards it, would it be within 200 feet or further?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to attempt to cast Shadow Portal to that door again.
The shadows kind of form that archway, and then as they link together, they seem to move into opening up the shadowy corridor as it prepares for you.
I think it's worth getting eyes in there. I'm going to once again pull my freshly returned hand again and cast Creeping Touch and send my spider through the portal instead and into
And are
that
you able to
office.
see through this spidery hand?
Yes. I can choose to. I don't need to right now. I'm not going to since there's a lot of creatures around, but I can communicate telepathically with it.
Okay. You send the spider in. You said you're not currently actively looking through its eyes or anything like that?
Yeah, I'm not actively looking for it. But does it make it? Does it get?
Seems to
come
make
into
it,
contact
yes.
with it? Okay, cool. Okay, no migraine, so it survived. Okay, and I'm gonna turn to everyone. Just say, I'm going to look through the spider's eyes and see what we can see. I'll keep you all posted. Won't be able to hear or see you while I do. So just shake me if something goes wrong. And I'll close my eyes and look through the spider's eyes.
You look through the spider's eyes. And the spider is currently being held by this brutish, large gentleman who has snatched it up and is looking at it. This individual is returning to the desk that is in the room across from the teleportation circle, and he sits down and he goes, "That's a first." And then he's gonna
Wriggles in his hand.
he's gonna take out a knife and stab it into the spider hand.
Okay. I believe, actually, I don't know what happens when it dies. Does it return to our hand? Could that be creepy?
The last thing you hear is, "I'll have to tell the Lord Uzok that the undead problem is getting out of hand again."
It just dies. It stays a slider,
Okay.
but then I take another 1d6 damage. 4 and half that 2. Okay, not enjoying that.
A minotaur
that-
and bright plate mail.
Did I see anyone else around?
There was one or two other individuals in the room. They don't seem to have any martial or arcane prowess, though. Whereas this dude looks like he might be a bit of both.
And again, you see the phantasmal hand appear on the stub of the wrist, and again, the porcelain bits reconnect to form the hand again. Okay. Not going to be doing that. Again, there's a minotaur in there, heavily clad in armor, and I think 2 others. The others don't seem to have any real combative prowess, but the minotaur definitely does. So if we're going to go in there, we're going to be met with a fight almost immediately. Are you ready for that?
Look at Pierce.
Pierce is already taking out a vial of some bright green liquid and taking out the moonsteel rapier, just kind of carefully pouring it on the edge.
Oh, wait. And Puff like rummages in his bag. He's like, and pulls out the vial thing that freaking Pierce gave it. Is just like lathering it on like oil on his knuckles. Just, what did this do? I don't remember.
Be very careful with it. Don't let it get in any wounds. Might be safer just to put it on your knuckle dusters rather than your knuckles.
I think that is.
And that's what.
he's
Yeah,
doing,
that was, I was lathering it on
Okay.
like an oil sheen. What does that do?
What you were told was that it causes one's blood to betray them.
The blood turns sharp when you hit somebody.
Okay, I'll try not to hit myself.
It's pretty fun, not gonna lie. All right, we doing this?
Before we do, I think we want this to be quick and easy. So, and I'm gonna, again, manifest my book, this book of shadows, pages all black, they're covered entirely black, and in eerily white ink, draw what I remember through the spider's eyes, where everybody was stood in comparison to the door. Like the Minotaur was around here. It seemed like they were heading towards the desk from what the spider told me before.
Okay.
It died. There were two others around here and here, and I think I remember seeing one in the corner of my eye over here. So I can immediately go for the teleportation circle, which is here. Try and just get that off the map so they don't summon anything in the midst of a fight, and you can handle the Minotaurs. And then I'll turn to I'll turn to Callahan and Ilan. Do you think you can deal with the others? They don't seem competitive, but we don't need them running off calling for help.
Of course.
Okay, well,
Ilan pulls a really nasty looking meat hook from under his cloak and goes, in a pinch.
Yellen, you're so awesome.
You right.
Hey, Azalea, who am I punching?
I think you and Pierce maybe go for the Minotaur and keep them occupied while I take out the teleportation circle.
High five. That
Sounds
Pierce.
Yeah, I have I have a puff, and I have
Make a con save? I'm kidding.
Oh no!
He's immune to poison.
I just have I am immune to poison, so I'm fine. I just have my middle finger, my real middle finger, at the very edge of the rapier, and I go, just say when.
3, 2, 1, go.
I prick my finger, activate my Crimson Rite of Fire, and the flame kind of traces the poison, and it starts dripping like napalm off the rapier, and I charge through the shadow.
All right. You charge through the shadow, and you run into the Minotaur as you step through the space. You bounce off of him, and he goes, "Oh."
Hey there.
I immediately charge through.
All right.
I immediately poke him in the cheek.
I'm going for a jump, like Superman punch.
All right. Valve, Mike, roll to hit, and then we will roll initiative.
Would this person count as being surprised at all?
Nope.
Dang.
He's got
Has a
stuff for
19 to hit.
19 hits.
17 to hit.
No dice.
Damn.
Oh wait, that's
You go for you go to
D10.
stab him in the cheek, and he like tilts his head down, and it hits one of the horns.
That is
Out of hand. Well done. Oh, thank you for the resub.
10 damage, and he needs to give me a strength saving throw.
And a con save.
He cannot be knocked prone. Con save 23.
I don't know what the DC is or what it does.
You said, the DC is, it would be your spell modifier, but you are a monk.
Monks have like saves.
If they're, yeah.
Okay.
Like the Stunning Strike.
If it's a con save, it'd be 12.
Okay. Yeah, he succeeds with the 23.
Well, he still takes 10 damage.
Okay. Oh, shoot.
Is he bloodied?
Is he dead yet?
Can you lie to me?
Are we home yet?
DM, please? Please.
Are we there yet? All right. 10 damage. Roll initiative.
All right.
As the three of you fill the space with Ilan and Callahan quickly moving in along the wings.
What's the dimensions of this room?
20 by 30 feet. So it's not too
That's a
big.
20. Chat, put that in chat. Do you want to submit in the chat? Or just say out loud?
Either.
Yeah, I'll say out loud and put in a chat. I'll do both. I got a 20, dirty 20.
Nice.
Ooh. Rolled an 18.
25, 19 plus 6.
Wait, I have advantage because of my dagger of warning.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's a natural 20.
Let's go, baby.
For a
25.
total of 25. Then we got rollies between Puff and Pierce.
Ooh.
That's a 3.
That's a 4.
Yeah, get those low rolls out here at the beginning. Let's get rid of those real quick.
Okay, let me roll for Callahan and Ilyn. Oh, and the Drake.
Can't be knocked prone.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Turn the music up a little bit. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Pierce, you're up first with Puff on deck, then Azalea, then Callahan, then the Minotaur, then Ilyn, then the two servants who are in the room.
Okay.
When's the Drake?
Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yeah, when that dog going?
It's
Surprisingly
Duke.
high.
When the dog doing?
Goes after Callahan.
Okay.
Callahan does already have his aura up, so the party is immune to fear.
Sick. Being immediately upset and annoyed that this Minotaur deflected a pretty good shot that Pierce thought he had, he's immediately going to try and hit him again. I have advantage on this because of my assassinate feature. 24 to hit.
24 hits.
Okay. That'll be D8 plus D6. Radiant. Plus
Azalea, you have
D6.
inspiration from
Inspiration.
chat.
Yeah, thank you, Chad.
Hell yeah. Thank you, Bill.
And then can I get a
Thank you, Valerie.
a Constitution saving throw, please?
17 plus 5. 22.
Okay. So he passes. That'll be 12 points of damage, 1 piercing, 6 radiant, 5 fire.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna use my bonus
The
action
fire
before I
does
use
not
my
seem
second
to have-
attack.
The fire does not seem to have any effect.
Got it. Good to know. I'm gonna use my bonus action before I do my second attack to activate my Blood Curse of the Marked.
Ooh.
Yes. As long as, or when I have an active Crimson Right, creature within 30 feet of me until the end of my turn, my attacks with a weapon that has an active Crimson Right, I roll an extra die of damage for my Crimson Right damage.
Ooh, spicy.
Yes. Please. That's better. 26 to hit.
26 hits.
Oh, I didn't do my sneak attack for my first. That's on me. Another 12.
Another 12.
Mm-hmm.
Damage.
Yep.
What kind?
4 piercing, 1 radiant, and 7 fire.
Okay. Doesn't take the 7 fire.
Gotcha. All right. That'll be me.
All right, and that'll be me taking a legendary action.
Oh boy.
As the Minotaur looks at the group as a whole, makes a decision, and Spartan tries to Spartan kick Pierce back through the shadow portal. Is the shadow portal still open?
It'll still be open. Yeah.
Ah, shit.
Oh, I don't think that's gonna hit. I don't think that's gonna hit, boys. Oh, I got a plus 11.
Jesus.
18 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
You take 5 damage,
And you are sent back 10 feet through the portal. And he goes, but he can't do anything else yet. It's not his turn. Puff.
Immediately underneath his jawline. Hey, asshole. I'm gonna jump up and I also found out that I've been playing my character wrong. I will fully admit that.
Oh, no.
I could have been making 4 attacks every turn.
Yeah, you're pretty high level at this point. Yeah.
I've only been making 3. My bad. So I am immediately going to I'm gonna just action and bonus action to hit him. This one confused on is oh no, I can make 5 attacks. I've been super playing my character wrong because I get 2 attacks as an action, and then Fury of Blows is a bonus action, which is the bonus action that allows me to do 3 additional attacks. It's heightened.
Yeah, I could high level now.
Way more damage. All right,
Disgusting.
rapid fire these. Does a 17 hit?
No.
Oh, 18 hit?
Nope.
19?
Sorry?
19?
Yes.
That's a 15. It's like math. I only get, wait, no, there's one more. That was a 2! This dice hates me! Because one of them hits. One of them hits.
You start swinging, and you watch as this dude tucks the arms in. He hasn't even pulled out his weapons yet, and just starts like bringing the elbow down and like smacking up against your knucks and just breaking your guard and just taking it. And he starts chuckling, and then you land one solid hit to the throat, and he goes.
That is 11 damage, and I need a con save.
Ooh, that might fail. 11.
12. So whatever the poison is, the poison does the poison thing.
He is poisoned, and you watch as he recoils in pain as this dark red under the like bruising, like under the skin, blood begins to seep outwards. And at the beginning of his turn, he's going to take piercing damage from the poison.
Also, I'm gonna add this is gonna be pointless, but I need a DC, or I need a strength saving throw. He's probably gonna succeed, but I need one.
10.
He's pushed back 15 feet. So it's like, oh, you want to punch people?
You see. Okay.
Get back in here. That's my turn.
Okay. Which is going to bring us to the 20 mark, which means he gets to do a lair action.
Yes, lair actions.
He is going to step back, and you watch as he looks to his 2 sycophants, and he says something. Sick 'em. And you watch as the 2 of them seem to react from the command word, and their bones begin to angulate as they and keel over, and then they go down on all fours as their skin stretches and they begin to mutate into these kind of dog-like creatures.
I hate that. No.
Azalea, it's your turn.
Seeing everyone,
Thank you for the
well,
raid.
not seeing everyone, but seeing this Minotaur take on Pierce and Puff, Azalea looks to the portal and then looks back at the Minotaur. And they're going to make a beeline for the portal with their blade in hand, start basically chipping and scraping at the
Teleportation circle?
teleportation circle.
Okay. Okay. You go up and you start. It will require like the way you would have to interact with something if you want to swing on the teleportation circle. You do have to like swing to hit.
Okay, yeah, I'll swing to hit. The 17.
Yeah, you're able to destruct. To break the cycle, the circle. And
I
you
want
hear
to make
him
like
go,
large enough gashes that they won't have time to like fix it in the middle of combat. Like I'll use both my attacks to make sure like it's significant damage
okay,
that they won't be able to take time to just
swing
fix it
again.
during combat.
Oh, thank you for the 9 health from chat.
It's 18 to hit.
No.
Those are hits.
18 hits.
One
And
of my
you-
attacks gone.
Further destroy the teleportation circle that is on the floor.
And then as a bonus action, I'll cast Armor of Agathis as I'm scraping away at this circle, almost as if stealing the flecks of magic that's coming off this circle. You see them
Very
almost
cool.
stick to the surface of my skin in frigid runes before they dissipate again.
Okay.
And I have 25 extra temporary hit points. That would be my turn.
Free will, that's funny. Okay. Callahan begins his turn. Let's see. You watch as he takes out his magic greatsword called Archeron. This like black blade of a mysterious arcane alloy. And he's going to level it across the way at the Minotaur. Your time is at an end. Your era of tyranny stops here. And he's going to run up and swing to hit the Minotaur. Lands the hit with a 17 plus 6, 23. 2d6 plus 2 for the first swing. Comes out to 12 damage, magical slashing. And because he connected, the Minotaur is filled with an unsettling dread. Target has disadvantage on the next saving throw it makes before the end of Callahan's next turn. And then he's gonna swing, and then he's going to, so he's gonna land it, and he's going to take like this over graceful step back and bring the pommel into one of the mutts, and just there's like a sharpened dagger end on the back end of the sword as he successfully lands the hit and sinks it into one of these mutants, dealing an additional damage to that dude. 10, 12 magical piercing damage to Boyo. The Drake is going to slowly prowl along the side of this fight, watching with intent, waiting for an opportunity. And When he sees it, he leaps forward and tries to get his teeth around the neck of the Minotaur and drag him and bear him down to the ground. Contested grapple check between the two of them. Wow, he succeeds. Cool. Yeah, the Drake pounces, closes his teeth on the sides of the head of the Minotaur, and then just starts like a dog trying to kill a rabbit. You know, just, sorry, Puff. It's going to whip, and then bear him to the ground. And they both crash down. The Drake then starts wrapping its body around, like a snake, around the Minotaur, restraining and grappling it.
Good job, dude.
And so begins the Minotaur's turn.
With poison blood.
He doesn't bother trying to ungrapple. And you watch as one hand grabs the desk nearby as he slowly picks himself up. The guard Drake still wrapped around him, and and with his free hand pulls out a sword. He's ignoring the Drake. As he pulls out this sword, levels it at Callahan, and ignites the sword. It is a flame tongue greatsword. And he's going to take one step forward and bring it right down to Callahan. Swinging twice.
Is the grapple just like flavor text, so he's not actually grappled?
He is grappled. He swings at disadvantage.
So I also think grappled makes you have a speed of 0, and you need to use your speed to stand up again.
You so right, bestie.
Dun, dun, dun.
You get inspiration. Good catch.
Hey.
The moment you're like grappled and brought to the ground, I was like, okay, perfect. He's gonna have to either break the grapple or just stay there, and that's why I won.
Yeah, so he's still all right. So he's gonna hurl the great sword at Callahan. He's got another one. Don't worry. At disadvantage, which means a whole bunch of different. He doesn't get his plus 11. He gets a plus 4. Callahan easily just headbutts the sword in the air with his plate helm. Just bing! It's over, I said. In the name of all the gods, in all that is holy.
No one cares.
He's gonna turn. You shut the fuck up, bunny. Fervent spittle coming out of his mouth.
Wait, was it the Minotaur or
God would approve
Callahan?
of all that language.
That was Callahan.
Oh, we can spar later. It's fine.
He can deal with all of this until you start insulting him when he's trying to talk about his gods. That's his line. And you crossed it. He's then gonna take out a great sword of wounding and start going to work on this guard Drake, just trying to saw into him.
Oh.
That's not nice.
At disadvantage.
Oh, but let us borrow that drink.
He's got 3 more hits. He crits once. Oh no, he's at disadvantage. He does not crit. He does manage 1 hit. This might be the end of Duke.
Dude, no.
Who is not a pet. I apologize. I didn't think about this.
I figured as much as a familiar. I'm pretty sure that's how they flavor it with the Drake Warden anyway.
He does summon it, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't
Yeah,
think
it's
about
chill.
I didn't think that all the way through.
Okay, we can revivify him.
Guard Drake.
He's gonna be okay.
No, he's not. He is actually
Shut
still
up.
alive.
Shut up, Val.
just be like, Callahan, use your 1 revivify. Revivify the Drake.
He manages the Drake is alive. Manages to stay in the fight. As Ilan starts his turn. Ilan runs runs and moves up and goes for the sneak attack. At advantage because homie is grappled. Come on, Ellen. Fails to meet the 19 AC. And disengages. And he's going to, well, without looking backwards, just kind of like parkour hop, like his feet come all the way up as he goes over the desk and disappears. Whoop. All right, mutt number 1 on all fours is going to take its elbow, that is the bone kind of protruding out from the elbow, and pull it out. And on one hand and 2 legs start running across. Actually, he's gonna put it in his teeth, bite down on it, and scrabble across towards Puff, and try to do you a stab.
You are disgusting.
Does a 16 hit?
Yes, it does.
Okay. Eight magical piercing damage.
That is a nothing, and I'm gonna deflect it and then redirect it into him.
It's not a projectile.
I can deflect any slashing, piercing, or bludgeoning attack.
2024, baby.
2024 monks are
Oh my god,
insane.
that's so cool.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually giving martial arts.
And I can reduce, if I reduce it to 0, which I did because I did exactly 10 of the D10, and I have plus 12, so all of that damage goes into him.
He pulls the knife out of himself and goes for another stab. It's not as good. Does a 9 hit?
Nope.
Okay. Mutt number 2, going for Azalea.
Did you see that rabbit? He twisted that guy's fist like a fushigi.
Oh wait, you have to give me a dex save to see if he takes the damage.
14.
He does the okay, is if they succeed, they take equal damage. Oh wait, a succeed. Damage this. Okay, so wait on. Okay, no, they don't take any damage, because the way to redirect works is that if they fail it, I then get to roll my own damage dice, which is 2d8 plus 2.
Oh, that's
Which
so
is
gross.
Fantastic.
Monk
but he
is
passed,
finally
so
a tank.
he does not take any damage, but
Well,
I don't
it's a
take any
tank,
damage.
definitely dealing damage.
Well, an off tank at least. Yeah, you're right. He does do a profound amount of damage, but with that, he's an additional
Offensive
untouchableness.
DPS.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's fair actually. Yeah,
The glass cannon is a little less glass.
yeah.
Go ahead for your second attack.
Yes.
Oh, you already missed.
Yeah, I did. Second mutt is going to,
me.
yeah, it goes for Azalea and then leaps up into the air, and you watch the ribs open up as it tries to scrabble onto you, and tries to hit you with a 16 to hit.
That misses.
Misses. Tries again. That's a crit.
Okay.
And
19 magical piercing damage.
I will use my reaction, Cloudy Escape. As it chomps down on me, I disappear and reappear behind it, so I only take half of that damage, and it takes 25 cold damage.
Is that a
because of armor
spell or a
agnes.
feature?
It's a feature.
Okay. Okay.
Right, disappear. And 19, half down that to 9. And it takes 25 points of cold damage.
Okay. As a note, this second greatsword that the Minotaur has brought to bear is a greatsword of wounding. These wounds will not heal by any means aside from a long rest. Okay. Top of the round with Pierce.
okay. As I pick myself up after being booted through the portal again, I'm gonna take a second, prick my
Sorry,
finger
real
again,
quick. I'm so
reapply.
sorry. How
Oh, yeah.
long until that portal closes?
Oh, good point.
Let me check. 1 minute.
Oh, plenty of time.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna re-up.
And it doesn't take concentration, so I can't lose concentration on it.
Oh, beautiful. That I was terrified that was the case.
Yeah, no, you're good.
That was my goal.
I'm gonna re-up my Crimson Right, change it over to the Rite of the Storm. And then I forgot to do my necrotic damage for the last one, so I've done that, and I've done this one. Altogether, I took 11 points of necrotic damage. It's fine. But just for flavor, a little bit after you see Pierce get kicked through that shadow portal, you see a metallic hand attached to a wire zoom back through, grab on to the horn of the Minotaur, and Pierce just comes zooming through and slashes with his rapier.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. At advantage because he's grappled.
Fantastic. Okay.
Oh, hi, Pierce.
Just crosses
Son of a
the room
bitch!
in one swift motion.
That probably won't hit. That's a 16.
Bill, no. The guards are not able to see Pierce in this shadow portal as they made a point to go into the into an alleyway. 16 to hit.
Yeah.
Does not hit.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna try again.
Do it again.
I forgot to roll. Oh, I forgot about the poison damage. Puff, if you could roll 3d6 for me. And then I will. I'm sorry. I'm interrupting you a bunch, Andy.
No, you're okay, dude. You're interrupting me so we can kill this guy faster. That's only
7.
positive. I'm scared of dying again.
7.
7.
7. Spiky poison damage. Spiky blood damage. And he fails his con save at the end of his turn, so he remains poisoned.
This is better. 23 to hit.
23 hits.
Cool.
Need to have advantage anyway because of the fact that he's grappled still.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'll be 6 points of piercing damage, 1
forget
point
your
of
sneak
radiant. Yes!
See, I'm benevolent.
They were both ones. Shut up! 6 points of piercing damage. Well,
Okay.
8 now that the sneak attack. 1 point of radiant and 3 points of lightning damage. How does he feel about lightning?
He does not like the lightning.
Sick. You don't want to ride the lightning? Oh, and then also, for no action, I will invoke... I know. Get it out. Get it out now.
Please
I will invoke my brand of castigation.
Ugh.
Yeah. Once per short rest, whenever you damage a creature with a weapon that has an active right, you can sear an arcane brand into that creature. Brand has the following effects. You always know the direction of the branded creature as long as it's on the same plane as you, and each time the branded creature deals damage to you or another creature you can see within 5 feet of you, the branded creature takes 4 psychic damage.
Damn.
Nice.
That's cool.
So yeah, I just like bear the rapier down into its chest as it's on the ground and just... Yep. And that's me.
Piercing damage. Good catch. Good catch, Bookworm.
God.
It's pretty good. I like that.
Oh, that's Steph.
Is that your turn?
That is my turn.
Okay. Puff.
All right. Now for the 10 dice rolls for each one being an advantage. First one is a 19.
19 hits.
So rolling with advantage. Second one is 23.
23 hits.
24.
Hits.
25.
Damn.
That's 3. That one was a 6, but that is a 18, so one of them misses.
Okay.
And then a nat 20.
No! Let's go.
The 4. 3 hits, 1 crit. So 3 hits would be, that's 3d10, and then so it's 5d10.
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 Valerie says, "Get water while Mike rolls for the next 20 minutes." That was pretty fast. Mike got the quick math.
So that's 20. No, wait. 32. No, 33 damage.
What kind of damage?
Force damage.
Damn. All right. Very nice.
Because I
very
can,
nice.
yeah, based on the my attacks, is I can flavor them as forced. Or as force damage.
Tasty. You just start laying into this guy. You just start just.
Don't hurt the Drake. It's not nice. And then I'm gonna jump behind him.
Okay.
Adjacent to the portal, but not next to it.
Are you
like not in
moving
front of it?
away from him?
Yeah, but I don't have to do opportunity attacks.
Oh, that's right. He's on to me. He's on to me, chat.
So I sit without his reach behind him. And just out of reach so he can't swing anything at me.
All right. All right.
And that's my turn.
All right. Legendary action. Check my thing. Sorry, real quick. Oh, I'm on the wrong character sheet. I was like, what do you mean sneak attack? This dude doesn't have sneak attack. What are you talking about?
Stealthiest Minotaur you've ever seen. He uses intimidation to be invisible.
You see
I am the
nothing.
night.
It's you eating a Zark nut. Possible. Sure, I'm invisible.
But my movement so slow.
Slow.
He is going to Misty Step.
The Minotaur?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think so. I'm gonna use my counter spell grappling hook feature. Sit your ass down.
You grapple to him quickly as you see him get ready to cast a spell.
Yep.
And you roll to hit.
Cool.
I gave you the wrong information last time.
Good to know.
And it would be weird to grapple hook and then just be there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, hi.
So, 14, maybe?
Doesn't hit,
Pretty-
and he succeeds
pretty
in
please.
Misty Stepping.
Ah!
He appears directly in front of Azalea. Looking smug. The Drake is like...
yeah. Duke, are you okay? I'll get you a fish later.
Azalea.
Zaya looks decidedly unimpressed as they reach a hand forwards, almost inches away from his face, almost as if he's going to reach for them, but very purposely stops and they cast Shadow Puppet.
Ooh. Gross.
Let's see. That is a very bad roll, so I'm going to use my inspiration there. That's much better. A 23 to hit.
23 hits.
As again, all of you are very familiar with this spell, as the shadow cast by this Minotaur peels off of the ground behind it and starts to wrap around and squeeze it, dealing 24 points of psychic damage.
Jesus.
24 points of psychic damage.
And it needs to make an intelligence saving throw.
17 plus 3.
Oh, it succeeds. So the secondary effect doesn't take hold, but you see the shadow, almost a dark mimicry of this Minotaur, grappling and striking at the Minotaur itself. Then as a bonus action, I will. I'm not too worried about them. I want to trigger Warren's Edge as the magic animated sword leaves the sheath and strikes at the Minotaur.
Okay.
For a 22 to hit.
22 hits.
Dealing. I would love it to be, but that's 6 radiant damage.
Okay. 6 radiant.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that would be my turn.
Okay. The Drake is going to go for the mutt who has not been hit yet, and you're gonna watch as it charges forward. And first he tries to bite, and then he tries to claw. The bite misses, but the claw lands, dealing 7 slashing damage.
Oh, I forgot to say, the Minotaur has to make a wisdom saving throw.
That is a 9, so he's gonna use a legendary resistance. I don't know what you got in the pocket, but I don't want any of it.
Nothing. I'm fine with them using it on this because this is very unnecessary. They see for a moment as it seems like Azila seems to begin to disappear for a second, but then they resist and they reappear as Azila does not become invisible.
Not impressed.
As he begins his turn. Oh, sorry, is that the end of your turn?
It doesn't end my turn. That
Okay.
was the thing I just forgot to add at the end.
The first thing he's gonna do is he's going to yell out.
We are invaded. Intruders to me.
Intruders, comma, to me. Then he is, well, let's see what he's got in the pocket. He's going to cast invisibility on himself. And then he's going to action surge. 4 swings for Azalea with his weapon of wounding.
Jesus.
21 to hit.
That hits.
14 to hit.
That misses.
25 to hit.
That hits.
24 to hit.
That hits as well.
So 3 hits. First, well, I'll just do them all at the same time.
I would like them separately because I have reactions.
Oh, okay. First one is 13 damage.
Okay.
Second one, 14 damage.
Okay.
Third one, 8 plus 5. 8 plus 5, 13? 8 plus 5, 13?
Yeah.
Yeah.
13
I'll do
damage.
it. So it's 13, 14, 13. I will use my reaction, Cloudy Escape, to teleport and disappear and reappear behind them. The second one taking half of that damage.
Okay.
And they take 75 points of cold damage for each strike because of armor
God
resistance.
damn.
How much?
75 total.
75?
Yeah, 25 for each hit.
Ow.
Oh,
Again, Azalea is, and I saw a temporary hit point, so Azalea's not impressed. As Azalea says exactly that, as they reappear behind the Minotaur, whispering in the Minotaur's ear, not impressed.
That was hot. That was so cool. That was amazing.
Oh, man. By the way, I should have specified. I didn't specify greater invisibility is in play. Not just
Okay.
invisibility. So he remains invisible. What do I have for bonus actions? Well, if ever there was a time to second wind, it's now.
Oh my gosh.
And that's going to be 1d10 plus 20 HP back for 24 HP back. Fuck me. All right. Okay. Okay. Callahan. Loads up a 3rd level Searing Smite and wades into where he believes the Minotaur to be, and brings his great sword around and swings at disadvantage. That's a 1 and a 2, which is a crit fail. Azalea, make a dex save of 15. Because this would be a lot of damage.
Is this a spell?
This is him crit failing and missing and hitting you.
I'm just asking. Okay, so it's just a.
It's a great sword swing with a smite behind it.
18.
Okay, so he doesn't hit you, thank God.
Callahan, you're the worst.
We would both see that, right?
Yeah. I mean,
Okay,
he doesn't
good.
hit him, so.
And I will say, as much as Azalea is not a fan of Callahan, the moment we're on a mission, there doesn't seem to be any gripe between the two of them.
I crit failed again! I rolled a 1 and a 3! Why? Azalea, make a dexterity saving throw.
Yeah.
Why are you so bad, Callahan?
We're
rolled a
we're about
6.
to squabble.
You rolled a 6?
Yeah.
That's not good.
Friendly fire, dude.
Seven, 9 magical slashing plus 3d6 force damage, which comes out to 12 force damage.
The 9. 12, so 21. And unfortunately, they take 25 points of cold damage because they struck me.
I mean, he earned it.
Zilla staggers but doesn't say a word, just looks to Callahan and looks back in the direction of wait, they lost for the Minotaur.
Yeah, he looks to you and then goes right back to it. But you can see the regret in his eyes. Illin. What you got, Illin?
You got this. Kill the dogs. Or whatever they are, the monsters. Because aren't both still up?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, he hops the table. Goes in for that good sneak attack on the one by the guard drake. That's a crit!
Let's go.
Let's go. Ivy, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Seriously, thank you so much. Oh my gosh.
Ooh.
5 gifted. Heck. Keeping the show going. Okay. That's gonna be 2d8 plus his sneak attack will be doubled, so yeah.
2d8. Oh, that's low. 6, and then sneak attack. Oh! Normally it's 5d6, so this will be 10d6.
Jesus.
Immediately dead.
7, 9. Oh. 21 plus 3 plus 5, 29. So 6 plus 29 is 35. And the mutt goes down.
Good job, Ellen.
Disengage. Back over the table. Actually, no.
see him.
He is going to disengage and then move by the door, the entry, because an alarm was raised.
So, interesting thing about the door. They won't be able to get through it because the door is currently at the other end of the portal.
So they're just like piling into the alleyway, all confused.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Excellent. Hey, Sarah, welcome in. I see you, Sen. Okay.
Yeah, it very specifically says you turn a door you've seen into the other end of the portal. So I turn this door, which I've seen, into the other end.
It's still prudent to move to that area in case something manages to get weird with it. All right, the last mutt is gonna go for Puff.
Bring it.
And you watch as it constricts, as its spine stinger like comes out its mouth and tries to stab you. First one misses. Second one is a dirty 20 to hit.
Nice.
Yeah, the first one misses but gets your attention, and just in time for you to turn and watch that thing, and it like goes right for the face. 8.
Okay, needs a dex check.
$14.
It passes, but I don't take damage.
You do need a con save though.
Even if it doesn't hit me?
It does hit you, you just don't take damage? Question mark.
I think we went over this. I think if we negate all the damage, it
just
avoids
doesn't
the
hit.
con save too.
Okay.
Reflect it.
Nevermore.
Yeah,
Very
making
good.
making
very
a
good.
save basically means that they dodged the attack coming back at them.
Okay, I like it. Back up to the top of the round with Pierce. Puff on
Okay.
deck.
Is this Minotaur still within
Thank you for
like
the
5
bits.
feet of Azalea?
Yes.
Okay.
They're invisible right now. so
Yeah.
they can't-
Oh,
You're
you're
not
right.
sure.
Wouldn't he know because of the rune branding?
Well, I know the
Oh.
direction. I don't know how you want to play this, but I know the direction. I don't know the like precise location.
Whooping. You know he's there. You're still gonna roll a disadvantage.
Okay.
But you know where to swing.
Can we make that a flat roll since he's within 5 feet of Azalea? Per sneak, per rogue.
Yes.
Okay, cool. I believe in you.
Got this.
Okay, not bad. 22.
Welcome back. 22 hits.
Ooh. We're gonna go. Ooh, that's pretty tasty. Okay. Okay, that's 8 piercing damage.
Thank you for the bits, Valerie.
Actually,
Valerie. 8.
8 plus 5 plus 6. So 19 piercing damage plus 3 radiant plus 5 lightning.
3, 12 plus
plus 5, 17.
Okay.
So, the Minotaur dies.
Bruh.
But
What?
allow me to introduce you to the mythic health bar.
The what?
As he goes and hits the ground, he appears. And then he bursts into flame and gets back up. You fools. That's the wrong one. You fools. The room begins to light. I need everyone within swinging distance to make a dexterity saving throw, which I believe is Pierce and Azalea.
Dexterity save. It's a magic
Natural
effect.
20.
It is... I'm going to say no. This is just fire. DC is 16.
I rolled an 18.
Okay, both of you succeed. You're going to take half damage.
Oh,
You
God.
doing an Orta Carta? See the smirk, Bev.
9,
Brother.
half of 9, rounded up to 5. 5 fire damage to the both of you. If you are within swinging distance of him, if you are within 5 feet of him, when you start your turn, you'll need to make a dexterity saving throw of 16.
Okay. He will also take 4 points of psychic damage because he dealt damage to me. And the brand of castigation is still up.
Cheers. Okay.
And my turn's not over.
As you were.
I will immediately use my bonus action to do another Blood Maledict for another Blood Curse of the Marked.
Okay. What is he, a phoenix? Phoenix
what is
Tor.
You spitting, you spitting. I would assume he is now visible.
Yes.
Because he... Okay, cool. So this will be at advantage, because...
Yep.
No, would it be? It would be,
Azalea's
right?
there.
Okay, yeah. Right.
If you have an ally
I just
within
don't get
5 feet, within that's next to the enemy, then you get advantage. I
Okay,
believe.
cool. I just don't get sneak
Or you,
attack. on
yeah,
this
you
one.
get sneak attack, not advantage. Yeah.
Uh,
Rogues are weird.
there we go. Yeah. 26.
To hit,
Yes, please.
that hits.
Cool. Alright. Let me finagle all my resources. It is... Uh, 2 points of piercing damage, 7 points of storm damage, 2 points of radiant damage.
And by storm, you mean thunder or lightning?
Lightning.
Okay. You, my friend, take 15 fire damage.
Okay. Alright. That's a thing now. That's fine. Put him out. Put him out, please. Put him out. And that'll be me.
Okay. Legendary action. Minotaur goes into a rage. So no more spells coming from him, but he's gonna start taking half damage from a lot of sources of damage. Puff.
Okay. Immediately looks at the demon thing in front of him. He's like, I wanted to fight. Whatever. And then just starts throwing hands. So I don't know what the AC of this thing is. So 17.
17 hits.
Yes. 21.
Hang on. 21 hits. Go ahead and roll the damage of the first one real quick.
The damage is 8 for the first one.
All right, the mutt's dead.
Oh. Okay, well then I used the one attack, and then is there anything else here other than the Minotaur?
Not that you can see.
Okay. I will. This feels like the opportune time. I'm going to. Have we gotten through the entire magic field? Is what I'm gathering.
That's you've bypassed it, the anti-magic
Yeah.
field.
That was somewhere outside. Yeah, that's
Cool.
the way to cast. spells,
I'm going to shout to Azalea. Azalea, you good for me to kind of just go and because I don't want to reveal the plan.
I can't connect it since we're in rounds. I can't make it. I can't
Okay.
connect you with you.
Damn. At that point, I would just be like, okay. And I just put on the goggles. With the goggles, I take the 3D. Was it 3D8? I think. Points of
Yeah, I believe
damage.
so.
Yeah, 3D8 psychic damage. But I'm wearing the ring. So would that be halved?
Does the ring negate psychic damage?
It's mind shielding.
Pierce, does the ring of mind shielding negate psychic damage at all?
I don't believe it does.
I can look right now.
I don't think it does.
I don't
I
know.
think it does.
Ring of Mind Shielding. Let's see. No, it does not.
Okay. But feel free to roll your 3D8s.
Thanks, Drax. Oh, you so right. You take 8 plus 3, 12, 11 psychic damage.
Okay, so still at full health with 1 temp HP. So now that I have the goggles on, it is I can see all darkness, invisibility, visual illusions, transformations. Does anything happen to him when I can see the true form of any creature?
Let's talk about that for a second.
You see Puff just like, just dome the monster, and then be like, all right.
You drop the glasses down. Your brain has a bit of a conniption, and then you look, and you are seeing it's almost like a shadowy version of everything around you, and where there are entities, where there are people, those shadowy forms have like stars in them. And you can see the Minotaur, and you can see the true form of the Minotaur, which is just a Minotaur. You can see the mutts, and you can well, they're dead, never mind. But most importantly, you can see the eye that is watching this fight. This malevolent, singular, fiery red eye, almost like Sauron level, but much smaller. Not a fiery red, like a much deeper, darker red than it has any right to be. Almost like flaming blood. Watching, staring right at you. What do you do?
Okay.
You
Well-
also see Gilbert nearby.
Excuse me.
Gilbert.
He's on the desk, just looking at stuff.
Okay.
He's in the ethereal.
I just I'm gonna just at that point leap to the Minotaur, and then just be like, oh, my fur, and then just immediately be like, because I technically use my action to punch the one dog that burns the both of them. So I'm gonna use my bonus
No, it doesn't.
action. Oh,
No,
wait.
no. Yeah,
can-
no. You can still got your swings.
You can do one attack and then another. You can move between them.
Yeah, you just pick a different target.
Okay. Well then, yeah. Then I will use the rest of my action. Is it a bonus action to use the goggles? I think it is.
It might be an action. What's the name of the goggles? I'll look it up real quick. Also, these
It's
are
Eyes of
not
the
goggles.
Underdark.
They're like sunnies.
So once per day, the wearer can use the lenses to pierce the veil.
What's the name of the thing again?
Eyes of the Outer Dark. I copied it verbatim
Okay.
from what I was able to find. It doesn't say action. It just says it's a once a day use. So, but if you can find anything, whether or not it does take a full action, because we are in combat, let me know so I can make sure I add it to the notes.
Yeah, it doesn't say anything about an action or not.
It does not. However, there is you are activating a magic item, which generally requires an action.
I'm cool with it taking an action, then I'll just take 2 swings in the Minotaur.
Yeah, I think it's going to require an action because it doesn't. It's auto. It's as a standard an action. Correct me if I'm wrong, Drax. To interact with a magic item or to use a magic
I don't
item.
think when it's unless it says so. I don't think it is when it's attuned. I'm looking at like other goggles, and other goggles, even the ones in the official book, don't say anything about activating taking action. Like just every other goggle I'm looking at right now.
We'll go with bonus action for now, but I might change it later if I find other things.
Can I, instead of bonus action, use it as my action?
Yeah.
Oh, well, regardless, it's just going to still be 2 additional attacks.
Okay.
So I'll just run up to him. And because I have the goggles active, I get advantage on all my attack rolls going forward for the next 10 minutes.
Nice.
So that is a dirty 20 to hit.
Dirty 20 just hits.
That's a high AC.
Its AC went up.
And that is a 21. So luckily,
21 hits.
it's like 2 hits. Any chance he could get prone now?
Nope.
I don't think so. Good to ask. It's good to ask.
Yeah, it's good to ask.
So that's 10 plus 12, so 22 force damage. And let's go with give me a give me a
Welcome back.
give me a freaking oh no, okay. I'm just gonna this is just granted. I'm just gonna it's addled. It can't make opportunity attacks until its turn.
Oh, nice.
Until the start of its next turn.
Okay.
And I'm going to immediately jump back to the door.
Okay.
Just to make sure that in case somehow this goes longer than 10 rounds and that door closes, I want to make sure that I can insta-key turn into a wall.
All right, Azalea.
As this Minotaur went down and then transformed, you see the shadowy mimicry of it mimic the exact same thing. It falls down on all fours and then extends and grows and stretches into this dark flaming image of this
So cool.
creature. And as an action, I'm going to trigger it again. There's a nat 20 hit for
Let's
29.
Oh,
That hits. Let's go.
got him.
That's a crit.
That is a lot of damage. Hold on. That's 10d8 psychic damage.
Jesus.
49 points of psychic damage. And
How many
just make
points
an
of psychic
intelligence save.
damage?
49.
How do you want to do this?
Yeah.
I think it's the exact same thing as the last time we saw this. This shadow grabs at this creature and then begins to force itself into the mouth and nose and eyes and ears of it. And then exactly like the other time he cast this spell, its head pops as shadow bursts out.
The fires extinguish.
The horn goes flying at Pierce, and he has to like Aragorn did to the knife in Lord of the Rings.
Oh man, right there is where we're gonna grab our second break, but
Puff
not
jumps to try and grab it and misses. Yeah.
not before. Ilan steps over to the desk now that the immediate fighting has stopped. Having seen something earlier, pulls out a book from the desk. Azalea, you recognize this from the book that the guard tried to use on the teleportation circle. The party now has access to Tyrant Lord Uzok's teleportation network. All the locations that the Tyrant Lord has tucked away for various uses. We'll be right back.
Welcome.
And we're back. Ilan looks through the book and looks up and goes, This is fantastic. We have his entire teleportation network.
Let's make sure we get out of here with it. We still have a lot more to do here.
Of course.
Wait. Hold on. I got this. Give me the book for a sec.
Hands you the book.
I immediately peek my head out of the portal. Gilbert. And I go, eat. All right. I'll be right back. Stay safe. And then I pop back in. The book's safe.
Book shaped to Gilbert.
Just square bird.
Okay.
Chowder
safe.
eating something, and like the shape of it still be
shape of
perfectly
it, so it's
preserved.
like
Trying to fly.
The book is
I-
safe with Gilbert.
Okay. Are we ready to move to the next step so I can close this portal?
I immediately take out my key. You close the portal, I will remove the door.
Okay. And I'll snap my
Just
fingers.
like this.
I snap my fingers and shut the portal.
Immediately turns the door as I see the hand. What I'm assuming is the handle jiggle turns it into a wall.
You're gonna have to make a strength check as the door starts to open, and you have to like push it closed.
Bears, help!
I'll come and slam into the door as well.
All right.
I'm very skinny, so I'll do what I can. But
at advantage, Puff. You got to beat a 18.
It was a 9.
Oh,
The first one was a 3. That's why I was like, I after I said Pierce up and I rolled at you and you was like, I got advantage. I was like,
curse you!
You followed me.
He's like, and I understand, yeah, Pierce is a thinner guy, but I'm like, the metal on your arm, maybe that'll help weigh it down.
Maybe.
It's all about the angle.
Bunk.
Yeah, and then as you put your arcane key into the door, it turns into a solid wall, and you hear behind the door, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, the cool thing about that is it turns into whatever wall is adjacent to it, so it just matches.
Yeah.
As I end that spell, I reach for my choker, and you see the glint of the emerald in it, the red gem rather, as I activate my Rod of the Pact Keeper to give myself 1 spell slot back, and then I will. You see me go through several hand gestures for about a minute before,
Jutsu. Sorry.
before reaching out into thin air, just kind of grasping the air itself as I go through. My magic cunning, which lets me restore 2 packed spell slots. So now I have all my spell slots back.
Do I still see the eye? Because this lasts for 10 minutes. Okay, guys. The eye that follows me definitely knows we're here.
Well,
And is
actually,
watching.
the eye seems to have shifted to Gilbert.
Shifted to kill. Okay. 1 sec. And you just watch Puff's eyes roll back as I take control of Gilbert. And I fly Gilbert to where I know is out of his range.
Can't fly. So he do a quick hop. You know, the cute little bird hop.
Yeah, I'm
Out
running
into the street away from the
sending
building.
him to a the place where we were like just out of range, like where we the last
You're not
place I
sure
had to
what the
run
range
to.
is of this thing.
No, but I am, because I ran to the point where it no longer could see me. That was last episode, because I was literally running away from it to make sure that it couldn't see me anymore.
Different thing.
It's a different eye?
That was a different entity.
How many goddamn eyes are on me? I would in theory still send him based on the knowledge without metagaming. I would still send him to try and go to the area where I was, where I lost what I assumed to be the same eye.
Okay.
To try and just get away.
Square Bert just is hustling down the street, hopping along to the best of his ability.
Because I didn't know if it could just turn into like, because before didn't it like evaporate into like a wall?
Different eye.
No, the bird. Gilbert.
Oh, apologies. Yeah, it can. Gilbert can step into the ethereal, but he's got a book with him right now. That's kind of keeping him here.
Oh, I didn't know if if he's.
Well, he'll lose. The book would stay,
Oh, okay.
and you don't want it
has
to just
stay. Okay, yeah.
into the street.
I was like, is he makeshift bird of holding? Keep this in the ethereal plane. Okay, yeah. Then I would just try and get him as far as like kind of like while I'm connected to him, be like, this is the direction we're going. Keep going this direction, and then.
Everyone make perception checks.
I was actually going to say, before we started moving further down to investigate the rest of the prison, I was going to pop another mutagen, and that would be percipient.
Sure.
So the irises would split.
Woo.
I rolled a 16 for perception.
23. That +6.
Oh boy. I rolled a 6, and then I rolled a 7. That's a 10.
Good night, Purple Dragon. Okay. Puff
Night.
and Azalea. You are aware that combat has
broken out all around this building. And many crossbow bolts are finding their way into people trying to get to the building for reinforcements.
I think now is the best time to get moving then, since we're getting our backs covered. We don't know how long that's going to be for, I hope.
Puff, rolling the highest, looks out the window and can see that multiple carts have been thrown into the middle of the street, and blockades have been formed, and combat as people are like hunkering down and confused as multiple various little bolt holes in various windows and cracks in the wall are all and then people are just getting picked off.
It's a freaking, it's insanity out there. Side note, we need to be kind of quick about this. Gilbert is being tracked by, would I know that it's a different eye than the first one I saw?
You think it's the same eye, but if you want to draw the conclusion that it's a different eye, that's totally fine.
I don't know how many eyes this city's got, or if it was the first one, or if it's a different one, or if it's the same one, just angry. There's a blood eye that was watching me. And I'm just like Puff with the giant, like the big black glasses on. He's watching me, and then
Whack.
It's now watching Gilbert with the book. So we should.
Hey then, I guess we should just get moving. I'm gonna place a hand on the floor, and again, very similar to last time, I'm gonna cast Shadow Portal as strips of everyone's shadow almost gets pulled away to make this trapdoor underground. It's the exact mimicry of the trapdoor from that office that leads down to the basement. I'm going to create a shadow portal down there.
Okay. Just in time, too, as they begin breaking down the wall that used to be the door.
And I pull the trapdoor open, and you see the stairs that go down.
Real thin walls here.
Once it's, like, everyone jumps in, Azalea, you're the last to go, and Callahan turns to you and goes, I owe you a drink. And a sincere apology. As he hops in.
No worries. And I'll hop in afterwards. I then close the door behind us, and I will end the spell the moment we're inside. So the shadow portal disappears.
Okay. I need each of you to roll a d4 for me.
Oh, that's a strange kind of die.
Is it a specific save?
I rolled a 1.
I rolled a 2.
I rolled a 3.
Hey.
1, 2, 3.
6 prisoners in various states of hunger. What's the term I'm looking for? The
Starvation.
exhaustion, starvation, yeah.
Emaciation.
Yes, thank you. 6 emaciated individuals lie shackled, hanging from their wrists like meat. And many, many more empty shackles hang from the ceiling. You can see the stairway leading up to the ladder. And in a pit in the center of the room, this kind of dark prison of a room, you see the gibbering mouther, this goopy, pink, multi-toothy mouthed with many eyes, writhing. Roiling in the pit. Puff. None of that registers for you. Only one thing matters as you take in this room, and that is the Harengon hanging in the corner of the room. You recognize your youngest sister, Barry. Who does not seem to recognize you, but attempts to coil away from the presence of the new people who have entered the room, trying to look away. One ear is missing.
So the gibbering mouth is above us or below us?
Below us. The people are above you.
Okay, guys. And I immediately, normally Puff would ask for permission, but at this point I am full send running up the wall as fast as I possibly can, grabbing the chains and with thieves' tools trying to undo the locks.
Make a sleight of hand.
Because I do have thieves' tools.
I'm gonna get underneath them, and if anything goes wrong, I'm gonna try and catch them.
23.
Halfway through this. Puffy?
It's okay. It's okay. Gotta get you out of here. When I get done, when I get these locks done, I need you to get on my back, hold on as tight as possible.
Puffy, is that really you?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm gonna get you out of here.
Even smaller, fluffier, young Harengon. Stiffly falls back down. Between Puff and Pierce is brought down to the floor. Her arms kind of stuck upwards. She kind of starts crying. Puffy, I'm so scared.
Okay.
I wanna go home.
Puff's just like holding, like visibly shaking, holding her.
Please. I don't want to be here. Please, Puffy, I want to go home.
I like holding her, like I like to get her off the wall and back down near Pierce and Azalea as quietly as I can, not to alert the thing. And I am visibly, like Puff is visibly distraught. Just a mixture of, again, picture, it's very similar to the rage that he felt from the curse of the gauntlets.
Speaking of curses, there, to your arcane eyes, through the glasses you have on you, you can see emblazoned on her forehead the mark of the damned. You have no idea what that means, but you can read anything.
Yeah, it would technically be, well, no, I can't read anything. I can hear anything.
Got you.
Because that's cup of captions. Azalea, how many portals do you have?
And cast up at most 2 more.
Ilin is already hanging upside down in the rafters, working on the other ones, and Callahan is quickly moving people down and administering health potions. He passes one to you, Puff.
yeah, I immediately, like, I'm checking her for other wounds outside of the ear, pulling, like bread and my water skin and breaking it off and like take it slow.
She doesn't want it.
Okay.
She'll drink a little bit of the water, but she isn't thinking. I don't.
It's okay. It's okay.
She's
It's
gonna
okay.
bury her head in your chest and just try to like curl up and hide inside your fluff.
We need to get everybody out of here. Can you open up a portal? Not necessarily in this. Oh wait, it's like this is it. If we're gonna get out of here, we kind of need that portal.
I've been keeping an eye on the gibbering mouther. Is it moving?
It doesn't seem to be able to leave the pit.
Okay.
It tries.
I would like to look out for any signs of any other people, captives or otherwise.
It seems to be just these 6. Puff, there's one final blow that you try not to hear, but you can't help it. You hear everything, right? And you recognize one of the gurgling laughters in the gibbering mouther. And as you turn in horror, multiple sets of eyes that you recognize look back at you and laugh.
We need to get everybody out of here.
Okay. I will head back towards the trapdoor that we left out of and cast Shadow Portal through there, sending the other end of the portal to think back, not the same alleyway, but maybe an adjacent alleyway to where we initially came from.
Okay. It's a war. It's a battle out there right now. How far can you go?
Yes, but we need to get out of here right now. So I'll do that. Immediately step out. I'll lead the way of stepping out, and I guess what do I see before I do my next thing?
You step out and immediately almost trip over a corpse. And you look out and you can see someone like has like hidden in this alleyway, not looking at you, but it's like fuck, and he's pulling out a sending stone and like dropping it and like picking it back up, and it looks like he's about to send off a message.
Is this clearly an enemy or just a member?
Clearly an enemy.
Okay, I'm gonna send Warren's Edge to stab them in the back.
And then a bolt takes him in the eye as well, and he parts in 2 pieces.
I will pick up that sending stone, and then I'll cast my last spell slot to cast another shadow portal. So there's like one shadow portal, another one that we can run straight through to another 200.
Everyone moves quickly.
As we're walking, I'd like to be the last one out of the jail. And I like to imagine that I'm carrying one of the prisoners.
Sure.
And I'll just whisper, not to the prisoner, but to my arm. You want to play?
this beautiful, looks totally out of place in this vile, stained, barren room. It looks to you briefly in a, where have you brought me kind of face. And then it turns.
play? And I'll gesture to the gibbering mouther. Have fun. Find me when you're done. And I walk out of the room.
As you guys step into that second, as you're moving between the first portal and the second, there is, oh god, it's going up. Fire. Not the, there are many things in that building that have detonative properties.
I do not look behind me.
You guys don't look at explosions.
Explosions.
You see Puff audibly, like, wince as he hears the laughter.
That one you knew for sure was Soot.
I brace the
oldest
prisoner
brother.
I have in my arm, and I just place my hand, even though it's metal, on top of Puff's head. It's gonna be okay, sir. Just hang on.
I'm immediately in the next portal.
We're surely in hell as you move into the next place. In short order, you find yourselves back in the bank. The teller is already ready, and he already moves the gate open, and he starts handing out blankets and water. And as the door is closed behind the party and they start moving up into that other area, the teller actually comes with you and pulls out a harmonica and starts playing this kind of sad tune, and shows himself to be a bard and begins to tend to the needs of the rescued. Shock. This was a victory, but it doesn't feel like one. Some of the survivors, the rescued, have succumbed to a battle shock or a madness of a kind. Demented laughter over a long period of time will do that to you as you watch your friends fed into a gibbering mouther, only to have those voices in turn join the cacophony. Somber moments. Callahan shows his use as he begins comforting people with tales of good, of the greater world out there, and how everything will be okay in the end, and how evil is always brought to heel by the gods in the end. And some of the older folk begin to relax and kind of come out of their stupor. Barry just stays this tight knot and does not let go of you, Puff. You can see the one ear stump scarred and mangled. Soon Tone returns as well. And he idly scratches Duke. That was a lot of... Sorry. That was a lot of heat. It'd be best if we all make ourselves scarce.
It's a good idea. Thank you for the backup there.
Of course.
Definitely needed it and appreciate it. I think I know some safe houses outside of Rillis that we'll head to and lay low for a bit.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
We'll have to take the people we rescued with us. Right? That'll be safe for them to live with this.
We taking them to Lady Kathleen.
Lady Kathleen's here?
I think that'd be a good call. With what she can do, she can keep them out of sight for a while.
Keep them hidden, too, with her abilities.
I think until then, I think it's important that we all rest.
Yeah.
Ilan says, "This is my realm of expertise. I can make sure that they are moved safely. It will take some time, but we'll move slow and with utmost caution."
I think I just look at Puff and Pierce when it comes to that, to see their response to that.
I just want to get her safe.
Puffy?
Pierce. Go ahead.
It's okay. It's okay. We're gonna be okay.
I love you.
I love you too.
Pierce is just sitting. There aren't really any windows or anything, but he's kind of just facing a direction as the last of the residual. This is just for flavor. The last of the residual brand of castigation will tell him exactly where Bitter Hall was.
Mm-hmm. Was.
Yeah, exactly. And he's kind of just rubbing the light purple pink powder between his thumb and his index finger on the metal of the prosthetic. And he doesn't really respond to you, Azalea. He's just kind of like glaring in that direction.
Azalea, this is an all too common sight for you. And your heart maybe breaks a little for your companions. Maybe not. Maybe this is something you are numb to at this point. How does Azalea react to this?
I think Azalea's, of course, always sad when they see how well and it often breaks the people that wind up here. I think he also knows that there's not much he can say to make it better. And that usually time is what people need, not an outsider or a stranger telling them otherwise. So just allow them to go through their feelings.
Okay. Anything else we want to cover before we call it for the night?
I'll just stay up and see if Dog manages to find me again.
And I try and locate Gilbert to make sure that he gets back to us and then put him inside the leadness so that he cannot be tracked.
You eventually, Gilbert is found at the bottom of that rope ladder trying to get up and just can't. As the teller
Gilbert,
returns and being like, I found a bird.
Yeah,
He is a block.
That's fine.
I found kind of a bird.
Puff is still visibly just distraught and not really verbal, and does the whole Gilbert drop thing, to take the book, and then he doesn't speak, doesn't say anything. He just holds it up in Azalea's direction, and it's just and he's still holding Barry in his arm, and it's just take the book.
Yeah. I'll take the book.
Okay.
I think over the night I'll actually jot down everything in the book into my book of shadows.
You learn of a safe house, a supply house, obviously Bitter Hall being one of the locations, Lord Uzok's personal manor where his wife resides, a barracks, and finally what is marked as a Feyan tomb.
Can you post all of that?
Yeah,
in
absolutely.
the list? Yes,
Absolutely. All right. Hey, gang. Say hello to 3 more levels.
Oh yeah.
Hey,
Juicy. Oh,
it only cost me my
Earned it,
family and
You
only
trauma.
cost-
earned it.
Nothing much. Just a little bit of trauma.
Good job tonight, gang. Chat, don't go anywhere. We are going to do a raid. It means a lot to us, and it means a lot to the people we raid, so please stick around for that. I am SirFeffers, the humble dungeon master of the Longshot table, and tonight has been Bayonet. Tune in tomorrow for Windfall, and tune in Tuesdays for Terraform. We also have a podcast coming out soon where I go through my actual creation process of these campaigns, and so because they come out a little later, they're spoilery, but they're usually they'll be kind of pertinent to stuff that episodes that are already out. If you would like to get caught up, you can head over to the YouTube. There's 3, soon to be 4 weekly streamed campaigns here on the show. This is the Longshot community, baby. We are cranking. And if you want to join our community, head over to the Discord. I've got a Patreon where podcast episodes will be released early, as well as a lot of other tiers that involve me helping you, the Patreon member, workshop your ideas and stuff like that. Pretty dope. Got some exclusive stuff there, as well as discounts for future upcoming merch. I think that's it for me. Let me throw it over to Metro Mike, who I have done terrible, horrible things to tonight.
You can find me on TikTok, YouTube, and Twitch. Metro Michael for Twitch, where I play I play RPGs, Souls-likes, and survival games, and VTube, and occasionally I do cam stuff. But if you want to learn how to VTube, more than happy to teach you. I can find you ways to do it for relatively almost no cost. On to ValveMax.
Tell us about Puff. What's going through Puff's
You
head?
have to.
Oh,
yeah.
what's going through Puff's mind? Puff is almost disillusioned. Like he's almost it's not disillusioned. It's like not denial, but for lack of a better word, denial. Like doesn't want to believe. He's like kind of like just shot, like just in like a echo chamber of like hearing those laughs over and over is stuck in his brain, because it is his family members that were clearly eaten and then absorbed into the gibbering mouther. And seeing his for those that don't know, Barry, I gave Feff a list of relatives. I gave Feff a list of relatives because I was like, yeah, I'm gonna give you a family trait. So I gave him a father, a mother, and then 3 brothers, 3 sisters. 1 biggest brother, 1 big brother, 1 little brother. Stuart, who Feff had mentioned, that is the biggest brother, the security for the farm. Pretty much a large Harengon, think like dwarven thick Harengon, like big beefy Harengon.
Brick.
No
Barry is
neck.
Barry's the littlest of the 3 sisters, has not even received a job yet on the farm because she just hadn't reached of age to like have an actual like responsibility. Just enjoying her youth as a Harengon on the farm until she is given the responsibility. That's how the farm works. Each one of his siblings has their own specific utility on the farm to like have their role. And seeing her, one, missing an ear and pretty much just malnourished because she would normally have what is that like baby, like little baby thickness, like the chubbiness of like a little one, of an adolescent. Like her being frail and shackled and then having lost her ear, there was an unbridled rage of almost just full sending into the pit to attack it, but having to keep forefront of like her safety has to come first. As much as he is filled with unbridled rage, it is it's immediately like from seeing her immediate rage to anything that's in the vicinity to immediately like 180 to I'm gonna get her out, and I will burst through the windows of this place if I have to. Right now, him's just sitting there. He's just like debilitated.
All right, Andy.
Pears. I've been Andy. I've been Pierce Ashwalker. I'm emotionally distraught. You can go ahead and find me for some lighter content over on my TikTok, where I make little memes and such, if you need a little pick-me-up. I'm also Brash Briggs on Our Flag Means Doom over on Mr. Dandy DM's channel. I'm Zacchaeus P. Dunbar over on Saturday Morning Spell Kids, the Lancer campaign Star Progeny. Episode 1 is out now. Pierce is not all, because that's a different thing. I think for a while Pierce has been a little jealous of Puff's ability to be so happy-go-lucky, be hopeful, and potentially have family members out there. But the moment the realization that this was somebody Puff clearly knew and was related to and cared about deeply, he's almost like, in a weird way, thankful his family didn't suffer this. And all of the anger that Puff couldn't throw at that mouther in that moment because he was prioritizing the safety of his sister, Pierce knew, I can't do anything physically to make that thing shut up, but I've got something that is essentially a bomb that will hopefully listen to me. And at that point, once we got everybody out of there, collateral didn't matter, damage didn't matter. Clearly that thing wanted to explode. So he let it run wild, said, fuck it, this place burns. And now he's just, I think there was a moment where he got confident and was like, all right, we're making some good headway, we can definitely do this. And now he's back in the boat of, I'm just so angry. I'm just so actually unbearably angry to where I can't hear anything. I can't think of anything else. And he's kind of just stuck there for now. But yeah, Drak, any ups?
Hi, I'm Jack, or Drakoniques. You can find me on all socials at Drakoniques. It's Drakoniques. I do teach RPG stuff. Just follow me on socials to find out what I'm doing at any given moment. Add.itch.io if you want to find me on Blue Sky to that name. I'm in a bunch of streams on Mondays over on Althaven. That's ALTHAVEN _ on Twitch at 6 p.m. East, 6 p.m. Pacific. I'm in a Star Trek campaign called Last Excelsior, which has been a ton of fun. I just got chokeholded by someone from the either past or future. We're not entirely sure, but I had a vision that was so physical of either the past or future. Again, I'm not sure. That I actually got choked out, and then I actually stabbed the person who was choking me out from the past / or future. So that was, we don't know what's happening there. So if you want to figure out it along with us, check it out over on Althaven. I think that's pretty much everything. Again, keep an eye out on my socials because I'm working on some stuff that should be coming out very, very soon. What Azalea's feeling? I think Azalea's feeling, I think no matter what, Azalea always does feel, Azalea's heart always breaks whenever they see another welder, or anyone for that matter, fall into the hands of the Spectre or one of the minions of the Spectre. I don't think that ever changes or will ever change. I think the moment it does change, anyone who feels that way shouldn't be part of the held breath, in Azalea's opinion. Once you feel numb to that, I don't think you're a useful agent of that cause. So I don't think Azalea has lost that feeling. I think it's more of a case that Azalea knows that the only way to get through that feeling is to get through it, is to keep moving. Because unfortunately, we currently live in a world where if you don't keep moving, you will succumb to the many horrors of it. So I think Azalea is just going to take it upon themselves to kind of like, as gently as they can, keep everyone moving to the next cause, to the next mission. Especially now that there are people everyone here cares about. Now this is less of a situation where they're all fighting for a world that they serve and to be trapped in, but more fighting for the world that their loved ones are unfortunately also trapped in. But yeah. Yeah. Zela
Okay.
just has seen this many times before, unfortunately, and is just going to do what it can to support.
All right, gang. Let's go get in a raid. We're gonna go hang out with Kiki from Kiki Do Stuff. Best bean, phenomenal creator. Just go show him all the love. Enjoy the good vibes. We all need it. Yeah, have a good rest of your night. I'll see you tomorrow for Windfall. Bye bye.
Nice.